expressed on Talk Real Solutions, hosted by Tyrone Thompson at talkrealsolutions.com, are the views of Tyrone Thompson and do not reflect the views of talkrealsolutions.com, YouTube, or etc. The content here belongs to Talk Real Solutions and its many contributors. Views and opinions expressed by all contributors belong to them and not talkrealsolutions.com or Tyrone Thompson, the host, or etc. All data and information provided on the site is for informational purposes only. Talk Real Solutions makes no representations as to accuracy, completeness, correctness, suitability, or validity of any information on this site and will not be liable for any errors, omissions, or delays in this information or any losses, injuries, or damages arising from its display or use. All information is provided on an as-is basis.
All right. Welcome to the show. This is Talk Real Solutions, and I am your host tonight, Tyrone Thompson. I want to thank you for tuning in. Today is April the 9th, 2026. And if you want to join the conversation, all you have to do is dial into the number at whatever the hell it is. What is the number? Hold on for a second. Dial into the number at 1-717-908-1834 and then hit the access code at 642-794. And this information is in the description and it should be at the bottom of the screen. So if you want to join the conversation, you can. I invite anyone who wants to participate in a healthy conversation or debate to join the conversation. Give us your opinion and we can make it happen like that. But once again, I ask you to, well, the number one thing I'm going to ask you to do is at least, why does I get echo? The number one thing I'm going to ask you to do is at least allow me to speak. Okay, so I don't know why I'm getting that echo. But at least allow me to speak, and then I promise you that I will be fair and let you speak. That's just the way it happens. I know that I control the board and I basically have the power, so I'm not going to be shitty about letting you speak. And the reason that I'm saying all of this is because Sarge called in last week and he was doing his Sarge thing. And at this point in time, I ain't got to convince nobody that I allow that man to have all kinds of time on here. I allow him to say whatever the hell he want to say. But it's just this thing with him is that whenever I speak, he wants to talk at the same goddamn time. I could get into why that is. And I might because I want to talk shit. But he just lets me speak. So I had something important to say last week, so at the same time he was speaking, so I muted him and I noticed that he hung up. And then his thing is that he gonna call in here and say, you always mute me. No, I don't. But for some reason, whenever I speak, people, and Sarge ain't the only one that likes to talk over me. And I don't know why. I don't know if I got a soft voice. I don't know if people can't hear me. I don't know if my microphone broke. I don't know if y'all just saying, fuck you, I want to talk over you. I don't know. But either way, it needs to be established that whenever I'm speaking, because I am hosting, that I should be able to say what I got to say. And believe me, if I say something that you don't agree with, you will have more than enough time to refute what I'm saying. Because I don't look at it like that. I don't care. If you get the best of me, then you get the best of me, But the main thing with Sarge is that he's just embarrassed. He's embarrassed that he put on this persona, that he's this person that knows everything and all of this kind of crap. And whenever he calls in and talk to me, he realized that he probably don't know as much as what the fuck he thought he knew. Because every time I prove him wrong, and every time I prove him out to be a liar. He just lies all the time because those folks are stuck in a mentality where they support these political things, and they can't see nothing else. So I don't do no deep dive investigation. I got Google right here at my damn fingertips, and whenever he's lying, all you got to do is Google it. Stop lying. No, that's all you got to do is stop lying. Why don't you Google shit before you start speaking, and then you won't have to lie. Whatever doctrine he trying to quote, you can Google it. If it's anything in the Constitution, you can Google it. And the problem is that nowadays that we got Google, these guys used to be able to get on talk radio and say whatever the fuck they wanted to say. And they didn't get checked because, first of all, they're very talkative, and then they just continued to say whatever fucking bullshit that they say, and people wasn't checking them. And now that we can check them on the spot, it's easy to do. What's up, ABC? Who lies every time? You lie every time, motherfucker. You and Sarge, y'all lie all the time. Y'all lie constantly. And all it takes is a Google search to check y'all facts. And then you want to argue with fucking Wikipedia and all this kind of that shit is stupid. That shit is stupid. But my point is, I will allow you to speak. I will allow you to speak. That's my point. All right. So, guys, what's going on the earth? Well, first of all, before I get into the politics, I want y'all to know that I don't know if y'all heard about it, but Artemis 2, the space travel, the rocket that went into space and flew around the moon, I think it's on the way home, or it's preparing to come back home. And I didn't sit at the television like I normally do whenever they do space trips and watch it, because I be glued to that shit. But I got enough information to know that you've got to be a complete idiot. You got to be some kind of new crazy to follow flat Earth theory. And all you have to do is look at the photographs that those people are taking and sending back to Earth. Look at the moon. Look at how they was able to take a picture before going behind the moon of the Earth and the moon in the same shot. And just realize that those are not discs floating in space. And flat earthers kind of bother me, because it's like society is missing something when it comes to just basic stuff. I'm not saying the individuals, there's nothing wrong with the individuals. I don't want to go off on that foot, but society is missing something when it comes to basics and geology and astronomy and actually science when it comes to where we live at in the goddamn universe. These are things that I was interested in at 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And I was fascinated by that stuff, and I was fascinated that in this big old galaxy and universe that there's one fucking goddamn planet that we know of that has life on it, that has consciousness, that and everything that everybody ever experienced throughout the history of humans is all contained right here on this one speck in the galaxy. That is just crazy to me. And then when you realize that we are alone in the universe, all of this other shit, the politics, the racism, the hate, the gender war, the actual wars, all that shit is fucking irrelevant, to be honest with you. Unless we as humans spend our time on trying to figure out how to get off of this goddamn planet and live other places in the universe, we're fucking up. I mean, we're just a fucking meteor away from destruction every goddamn day. That's how chaotic it is in space. A meteor can come from any goddamn where and fuck this goddamn planet up, and all of us can be gone in an instant. And we're not doing anything except for trying to steal fucking money from each other. The rich are getting richer. People are committing crimes. People are killing in war. Racism, hatred, all of that shit. It don't matter in the grand scheme of things, you know. But let me just say that since I'm here and involved in it, I address it because it needs to be addressed, especially racism. It's fucking evil. But the Artemis 2 kind of, if you following the Artemis 2 and you're a flat earther, there's no way you can continue with your argument at this point. And to be honest with you, for my entertainment, I'm kind of waiting on the videos from those people to tell us how this was fake, how they didn't really get on the rocket, how some big ass conspiracy and some green screen setup. I'm waiting to hear those videos. You know, like from that one dude, what was it? ABC dude, what was that dude name? The Lord Jamal or whatever his name was. You know, I'm waiting to hear from people like him and their opinion on this Artemis trip, because I kind of watched it take off from the launch pad. I watch it go into space, and then from the cameras aboard, you watch it leave the Earth and then take pictures of the goddamn Earth. And as it was approaching the moon, it was taking pictures of the moon. And while it was nearing the moon, it was taking, well, while it was going around the moon, it was taking pictures of the Earth and the moon in the same shot. And it was pretty cool. It was pretty fascinating. So I'm going to get off of that now. But I like I said, I'm just waiting on Lord Jamal and his ilk to come out here and try to debunk the Artemis 2 lunar flyby and see how that goes. I think they're supposed to be on their way home now. I don't know when they're supposed to come. Sometimes whenever they doing stuff in Florida, all the way from South Carolina, if I look to the south, I can see some of those activities. Like if I think our Artemis 2 took off from Cape Canaveral. If it would have took off at night and I would have had a clear sky, then I would have seen a little very small speck in the goddamn sky, and I knew that's what it was. And you know, that's pretty cool to catch that. And of course I catch Elon Musk's satellites flying overhead sometime. I don't know if he's still doing that, but I caught them a couple of times. And I seen one time when they launched it, where they were sending the thing back down to the ocean to land in the ocean, and it was at nighttime. I seen the fucking separation, and then it went down. You just got to be looking up, and a lot of humans don't do that. I don't know why, but I always look up. I always want to know what's up there in the sky. I'm always fascinated with the stars and all that kind of shit. I don't know, the constellation and all that kind of stuff. That always fascinated me. But anyway, like I said, that's enough of that. Yeah. Donald Trump is going crazy. Title of the show, the answer is impeachment and the 25th Amendment. This is what we've been saying. And to prove it to you, here, listen to Michelle Obama.
Believe me, if Donald Trump is president again, at some point or another, that ugliness will touch all of our lives. And it will not matter what you look like, how you worship, who you love, or how you vote. If you don't make 6 or 8 or 12 figures, if you're not famous, If you criticize or disagree with him in any way, if he doesn't view you as his equal or relevant to his ambitions, I promise you, he will not think about you when he gets into the Oval Office.
And that's Michelle Obama, and I think that was her stumping for Kamala Harris. And on the campaign trail, she hit it right on the head about who Donald Trump is and how he's going to be in the office, right? And I played that to say that not only was she saying it, I was saying it, other people that call into the line here was saying it about what we're getting into during this last election. And everything that I've said came into existence. Everything that I've said came into existence. What's this boy name? Everything that I said came into existence, but for a good portion of America, they either refuse to believe, or they're incapable of believing, or they just don't want to believe anything negative about Donald Trump. Even though he's lying to them to their face, he's stealing money. He allegedly had sex with underage children. He's sexually abused women. He got found liable for fucking sexual assault. All of these things. And it don't take a fucking rocket scientist to actually point to Donald Trump and say he's a liar. He is unqualified to be president. He does not know what he's doing. Because not one time in the last 10 years have I heard Donald Trump actually tell the truth about anything. Nothing he's told the truth about. And he's compromised because we know he's about money. We've never had a president to say, if you pay me, I will give you citizenship to my country. We never had a president go to colleges and universities and say, if you pay me, I will take it easy on your institution. And sue lawyer offices to self-enrich himself. We've never had so he's about money is my point. And Donald Trump can be bought, and he has been bought. And that's how we ended up going to war without preparation. And the president of the United States murdered American citizens for no reason in Iran because he was bought. Let me just say before I say the rest of it, I don't know what Netanyahu did or how, but I feel like that Donald Trump was given something from Israel to sacrifice American lives and potentially put us at risk and in harm's way because Israel did a favor for him. Whether that favor was monetarily or gave him something, Israel convinced the president of the United States to go to war on behalf of Israel. That is a fact now. I said that last week. So now that everything's coming out, once again, I'm validated. Once again, I'm validated that Donald Trump is a weak leader and he should not be in that office. And over Easter, Jesus Christ, this guy is. Let me see if I can pull up his damn Truth Social shit. He just posts shit on here all the goddamn time. Okay, well, I ain't finna scroll down all this shit. But over Easter, he posted something about getting rid of a society. You know, I want to Google it. I guess I need to get it right. Oh no, that wasn't Easter. First he posted this on Easter. He said Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There would be nothing like it. Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah. President Donald Trump. Now he posted this on Easter. He posted this on Easter when traditionally, you know, when I was a kid, on Easter, people got up, they went to church because Easter is a representation of the rising of Jesus Christ from being dead for a couple of days and put in a tomb, and then he rose when they went to go look at his body. I don't know the whole story. I used to know the whole story, but that's a damn synopsis of why we celebrate Easter as Americans. You know, I don't celebrate it no more. But this is what he posted. The President of the United States posted this on Easter. That got a lot of people mad. That got a lot of people upset. And then after that, Donald Trump posted I'm trying to pull up the actual post so we can see it, and I don't want to get it wrong. Oh wow, that's crazy. They blocked the shit. Why y'all blocking it? Is this me? Okay, my damn computer froze up. That's nuts. Okay, there you go. See, this is what I'm saying is that with Donald Trump, this would have been somebody else, right? You could just go pull it up because he posted it. But now I'm having problems pulling it up. But anyway, this is what he said. He said a whole civilization will die tonight. And I'll just go off of this Yahoo News article since I can't pull it up no more. And AOC, this article is talking about AOC calling for his removal from office. It said AOC calls for President Trump's a whole civilization will die tonight, post a genocidal threat, and demands removal from office. Representative Cortez called for President Trump's removal from office after he posted a warning on Truth Social. A whole civilization will die tonight if Iran fails to meet his deadline for a deal of reopening the strait. Trump's post on social media platform declared that 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death would finally end, and called for a complete and total regime change in Iran, while the president said that he did not want no harm to come to the country. He added that it probably will, and offered what he describes as hope for something revolutionary and wonderful from Iranian people. A whole civilization will die tonight. Never thought it would be never to be bought back again, Trump wrote. God bless the great people of Iran. And Cortez characterized the statement as an explicit threat to mass violence. This is a threat of genocide and merits removal from office. She wrote on X, the president is mental faculties are collapsing and cannot be trusted. The congresswoman also wrote a warning to the military and government officials within the presidential chain of command. To every individual in the president's chain of command, you have a duty to refuse illegal orders, she wrote. That includes carrying out this threat. Now, when Donald Trump wrote that threat, after the Easter threat, somehow or another Donald Trump magically came up with a deal and said that he wasn't going to get rid of a whole civilization because him and Iran came up with this deal. And I'm giving you all this to show you how crazy this motherfucker is. But when it was all said and done, Donald Trump didn't come up with a deal. And Iran said that Donald Trump was lying about the deal. And somehow or another, Donald Trump is working a deal through Pakistan. And they agreed to something. And the Strait of Hormuz supposed to have been open again, but it wasn't. And there was never a deal because Israel wasn't in on this deal because Israel started bombing Lebanon. I know it's a fucking lot, and I ain't pulling up all these goddamn articles to prove what I'm talking about, but you got to follow the damn the logic here. Israel started bombing Lebanon, and that kind of exposed that Israel don't give a fuck about the United States of America. All Israel cares about is war. All Israel cares about is death and destruction and the biblical takeover of that region of the world. That's all Israel cares about. Israel is the terrorist goddamn regime. Israel has committed genocide, or the Zionists has committed genocide. Israel convinced the United States of America to go into a war that killed American soldiers, putting Americans in harm's way. And when Donald Trump supposedly made a peace deal, Israel said to hell with that, and they continued to bomb. Israel is on a mission. Israel is on a mission because it knows that the United States is the strongest power in the world. So a long time ago, Israel started implanting itself into our society. A long time ago, Israel started buying up companies in this country, buying up political influence, creating a political action network through AIPAC, and buying fucking goddamn our politicians. And now, because we have a dummy in office, Israel look at this as the perfect time to actually manipulate the United States to do the dumb shit that we just did when it came to bombing Iran. Normally when we go to war, guys, there's a threat. There's a threat to the United States. Somebody either done shot down one of our planes, done took us hostage, done bombed some goddamn body, done blew up some goddamn World Trade Center towers. They done did something to us. Now, I'm not saying that's all the time, but normally when we go to war, something has gotten done to the United States and we defend ourselves. That's been the premises of going to war, since I don't know when, I don't know how the whole thing turned up when World War II or World War I or Vietnam or whatever. But whatever the storyline is, I can guarantee you there was a situation where the United States said that they was defending something. Okay? That's the whole premise. With Iran, the Secretary of Defense and Donald Trump, because of Netanyahu, came up with a lie that Iran was on its way to create a nuclear weapon. That was a lie. Because 6 or 7 months earlier, before the Iran strike, Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth said that they had totally eliminated Iran's capability of creating a nuclear weapon. They lie all the damn time. So if they got rid of Iran's capability of creating a nuclear weapon, then why the fuck are we going to war with Iran? According to Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth, it was important that they got rid of the nuclear weapons again. And then this time, they was going to wipe out their military. They was going to wipe out their missile arsenal and other things that Iran used to defend themselves. That was a lie. Because whenever America and Israel started bombing Iran, Iran bombed back. Right? And not only did they shoot back, they took out some of our soldiers. They took out some of our military aircraft. And you guys are not hearing about it through the mainstream media. Because whenever they took out the aircraft, the fighter jet, and the 2 pilots ejected, they immediately rescued one of the pilots. So they didn't know where the second pilot was, so they had to perform a rescue mission. And whenever they went to go fly this rescue mission over Iran, looking for a goddamn soldier or pilot, Iran shot down, I think it was a fucking helicopter, and they shot down a C-130. But whenever you come back over to the lying United States of America, Pete Hegseth and his administration said the planes got stuck in the goddamn mud. That's why they got destroyed. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. And out of that operation, we don't even know if there's any casualties that came out of that operation because they lie. Because on was it Instagram or X, one of those platforms, the Iranians posted one of those aircraft blown up and showed the charred remains of a body during that rescue mission. So now we kind of in a bad situation to where we have to look at what Iran is reporting and kind of figure out if they telling the truth or not, right? That's kind of fucked up because I don't want to listen to Iran. But they showed the charred remains of a body in that rescue mission. But our White House has told us that there was a heroic mission and they went over there, they extracted him, and blah, blah, blah. Some planes got stuck in the mud, so they had to blow up their own aircraft, which is some bullshit. You're talking about seasoned professional pilots and soldiers and Marines that constantly, their fucking core is situational awareness. That's what the hell we do. You make sure before you go somewhere, you're aware of the situation. You ain't gonna fly no goddamn plane to no goddamn muddy airfield and then have to blow it up. No, you prepare for that operation. And you know where you can go and where you cannot go and what you can do and what you cannot do and how long the extraction should be and who's going to be where and what guns is going to be pointed, whatever the fuck. You got all that shit figured out. That's why before this administration, we had a long history of fucking goddamn success and rescues and all that kind of bullshit because those soldiers and the airmen knew what the fuck they were doing. But whenever you got fucking Tweedledee and Tweedledum in charge, they're getting Americans killed because they don't know what the fuck they doing. When you got Tweedledee and Tweedledum in charge, they're telling us that we won the war. And at the same time, Iran is blowing up motherfucking military bases over there. They're telling us that the war is over and Israel is over there shooting goddamn missiles. President Trump is not in charge of whatever the fuck is going on in Iran. Because he is out of his fucking league. This is the wrong commander-in-chief for a situation like this. And every time I see Donald Trump do something or say something, and I ain't trying to downplay it, I know he's out of his league. And that's for the reason is because he's never, ever in his life gotten his hands dirty doing a goddamn thing. We're talking about a rich individual from childbirth. We're talking about somebody that is a part of a class of society that never mingles with the poor folk. We're talking about somebody that has no empathy or sympathy for the sick, the elderly, because he's always been handed shit on a silver platter. And these racist ass white people put that rich man in charge of the security of this country. And then you got coons like ABC and Sarge, who's always had a history of railing against the elite. I don't know if you remember, back before Trump, everybody used to talk about the elite, Ivory Tower, and all the rich people doing this. And you remember when that used to be their talking points. But because now they are in a cult, they're blinded to the fact that Donald Trump is this elite that you was criticizing before he was president. That is a fact. Even though Donald Trump was a bad financial person and he filed bankruptcy and all this kind of shit, he was never broke. Right? So he don't know what it is to get in the dirt and actually work for whatever the fuck. And so that being that he's in that status, he don't give a fuck. He just sent fucking 50,000 fucking soldiers to Iran. He just sent all kinds of fucking ships to that area. He just sent all kinds of fucking what's the plan? Because he has power, this is what he's saying do. And because he's had power, they have to fucking goddamn move them troops. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. And then whenever things don't go his way, he threatened goddamn genocide. He threatened genocide. He threatened to annihilate a whole goddamn civilization. There is no president in the history of this goddamn country that ever said any fucked up things like that. Now, you'll probably hear that coming from Vladimir Putin or Kim Jong-il or some other fucking dictator, but the United States president has never uttered anything remotely as fucking extreme as genocide from that goddamn office. That has never happened. So now all of a sudden you got all of his fucking right-wing critics that want to you know, kind of pull away. The Tucker Carlsons, the Alex Joneses, the Marjorie Taylor Greens, the fucking Megyn Kelly. All of a sudden, all of them motherfuckers want to pull away from Donald Trump. I said, to hell with them. And the sad thing is, if you look at social media, like I consume social media, you see some of these left YouTube channels kind of like cheering on Joe Rogan for being enlightened. Or you know, they kind of give credit to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Fuck that. This is why you can't trust these goddamn left goddamn leaning channels, because when it's all said and done, to them it's about straight politics, because they're mainly white fucking goddamn commentators, right? But to me, it's about politics, but it's about that fucking racist ass shit your ass been doing also. So they don't feel that. So now they want MAGA to come on back on this other side. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Because you're not addressing the goddamn racist bullshit. You're not addressing the book bannings. You're not addressing the DEI. You're not addressing the getting rid of the goddamn affirmative action. You're not addressing getting rid of the civil rights, stripping the civil rights bill. You're not addressing tearing down fucking black memorials. You're not addressing firing all these black people up on the Donald. You're not addressing any of that. But because MAGA is now saying something against Donald Trump and their political views change, now you know you want to listen to him. Fuck that. That's bullshit. This is why you can't trust a white goddamn liberal or white Democrat, because the things that the other side has said to demonize my community is soon forgotten when the white people ideas become aligned. All that horrible shit that they said about black people is gone away. They don't give a fuck. This is why you can't trust them. A lot of people sitting on the edge of their seat saying MAGA gonna come over to the other side. Why the fuck are we waiting on MAGA to come to the other side? Fuck MAGA. Just like I said a long time ago, if you a goddamn racist, I wouldn't give two shits if you jumped off a goddamn edge of a cliff. I don't care. You, MAGA and the entire Republican Party has shown me that every one of them is racist, or they support racism, because Donald Trump is the leader of their fucking party and he is a fucking proven fucking racist. That's a fact. He's a racist. The entire Republican Party are racist. Because you can't pretend like you don't see the fucking racism. You can't pretend like you don't see that it's okay for South African immigrants to come to America because they are white. But if you're an immigrant of color in this country, you get fucking sent to a goddamn concentration camp. You can't pretend that you don't see that. You're racist. You can't pretend as soon as Donald Trump got in office, and because of his Secretary of Transportation and Elon Musk fired all the goddamn people that work for the FAA and planes started crashing, you can't pretend like Donald Trump didn't say this is happening because of black people, because of DEI. That's a fucking fact. You can play the goddamn videos. They're racist. That's just the nature of who the fuck they are. They're savages. They're sending bombs into schools and killing children in the hundreds, the thousands. They just slaughtering people. And then I got a question about where the fuck is the statistics of all of these murders that they're creating. This is why you can't trust them goddamn statistics, because these murders don't count on statistics. But they'll tell you that the black man is the most criminal in society, according to their statistics. These fucking, you know what? I had a I think I got it. I had an audio of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let me see. I'm gonna play it. So y'all gonna have to sit back and listen, because the reason I'm playing this audio is because every fucking thing that Marjorie Taylor Greene and Alex Jones is saying, they're just coming into that understanding. They are just coming into that understanding of what the fuck we've been saying, of what I've been saying the entire time. This is going to be a first for me, playing these fucking goddamn racists on here, but I'm doing it to prove a point. That I'm not saying that they're in a cult. Alex Jones and Marjorie Taylor Greene said that they're in a cult. I'm not saying that Donald Trump is going fucking crazy. They're saying it. The same people that you listen to elect this piece of shit is saying the same thing that Tyrone was saying. Let me do that. I'm going to play. Well, let me just hear the First Lady one more time.
Believe me, if Donald Trump is president again, at some point or another, that ugliness will touch all of our lives. And it will not matter what you look like, how you worship, who you love, or how you vote. If you don't make 6 or 8 or 12 figures, if you're not famous, if you criticize or disagree with him in any way, if he doesn't view you as his equal or relevant to his ambitions, I promise you, he will not think about you when he gets into the Oval Office.
She could have been Nostradamus. Nostradamus. She's 100% correct though. But here's Alex Jones and Marjorie Taylor Greene. I want y'all to listen to this conversation. And I guess I have to stop it because of copyright and all that kind of shit. Hold on. You know me. I have to figure this shit out on the fly. So I'm gonna get it playing for y'all. I just want to make sure that what the hell? Oh, there we go. I just want to make sure that I got the thing to where you can see. All right, here we go. I ain't no YouTuber, so I don't know how they be doing this shit so fast. But here we go. Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene and Alice Jones having a conversation about Donald Trump saying the same. Now that they fucking mad at him, they saying the same shit that I've been saying.
Well, there was no bigger supporter of President Trump over the years than former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Became a really good friend of mine, an amazing lady, the best voting record. And then she was one of the first to support him and one of the first to say things are going sideways and, tell the mad King Lear what he didn't want to hear. The Shakespearean play of King Lear based on real stuff that went on in the courts of Europe, where his enemies would tell him what he wanted to hear, but he had one daughter who was good and would tell him the truth. He exiled her. This is literally King Lear for real. And also more Shakespeare, once the man, twice a child. I think he's got early onset of dementia. We're seeing all the signs, the swollen ankles, all of it, and the babbling and changing stories 5 times a day. It's so sad. We're not pleased about this, but we have a responsibility to the truth. We're not in a personality cult. We like Trump because he was doing a lot of good things, and that's where we are. So I appreciate her joining me with just to cover the incredible history we're in. Trump just yesterday saying, I'll totally destroy your civilization, never to be brought back, the definition of genocide, and then saying total surrender before, but now saying there's a deal, and the deal falls through, and the strait's closed again, and then Israel saying they're going to continue, Netanyahu today attacking regardless of what we do, just like they did 40 days ago, attacking to draw us into this. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, amazing to have you with us. You're at former Rep MTG on X. Everybody should follow you there. And the limited time we have, I appreciate your time. By the way, you always look great. You look even like 10 years younger since you got out of Congress. Back to your roots there in Georgia. I want to just start wherever you want right now, what you want to focus on, and where you think this country should go, because obviously this is a global crisis. MTG.
Thank you, Alex, and thanks so much for having me on your show. This is so important for us to talk about, and I think this is such a devastating time. We voted for America First. That's what MAGA was supposed to be. That is what we promised, and that's what I promised alongside President Trump and many others on the campaign trail in 2024. And, I have a 100% conservative voting record, and I voted with President Trump 98% of the time when I was in Congress. And I always try to remind people, the reason why I resigned is President Trump called me a traitor because I pushed to release the Epstein files and then said he was going to primary me like he's doing to Thomas Massie right now. And I just thought that was so unfair for my district. And also just realized it was very easy to realize that Congress is incredibly broken. And this is an institution that's failing Americans. And I just couldn't serve under President Trump in the direction he was going in. Now, here's the devastating part of where we are, Alex, is there's people arguing and fighting with one another. And it's really sad to see because, Alex, you know this. These are people on the right that literally were hugging each other and were friends and, talking to each other online before everything went sideways. And America desperately needs stability right now. We had 4 horrific years under Biden and the Democrats. The country has been through so much. The world has been through so much after COVID. And this was supposed to be a time where the President Trump and his administration would put the American people first. And we have to acknowledge they've done some great things, right? We're happy. The border is secure. It's incredible. Crime is down. Violent crime is down. Fentanyl deaths are down. Those are wonderful things. But we haven't really gotten much else. But the biggest betrayal that has happened outside of the Epstein files, which President Trump covered up and told me himself that he was protecting his friends and his friends would get hurt. the biggest betrayal to the entire country is he said no more foreign wars. And we are literally, he led us into this war. The United States and Israel together went into an unprovoked war in Iran. And it's incredibly dangerous. It's destabilizing the entire world, energy all around the world. It's going to damage economies in many different countries as well as our own, depending on how long this goes on. But Alex, it crossed my line so hard when the president came out and said that he was willing to destroy an entire civilization of people. And I have to thank you, Alex. I saw you right away call it out, and you called it out hard, and you were courageous to say the truth, because many people are afraid to speak the truth. They feel it, they think it, they agree with you, but you came out and you called it exactly as it is. And you said the president has gone insane and it's time to use the 25th Amendment. He's not mentally stable. And you can love President Trump. You can not love him, no matter how you feel about him. But everyone has to be honest and realistic and wake up and look at the facts. Any person, no matter who they are, when they say they are willing and they set a deadline and they literally say 8 p.m. that night, that they are going to wipe out an entire civilization of a country that, by the way, Iran has not bombed America. We don't have bombs falling on our head. We are not being attacked right now. Nothing is happening like that to us. Am I defending Iran? No, I am not. I'm just pointing out the realistic facts. But President Trump put out that Truth Social right there and literally said that he would wipe out an entire civilization of people. I don't know how that is defensible by anyone.
It's total supervillain stuff. Not even Hitler said that out loud while he was actually trying to do it.
No, that's...
I'm going to stop right there for a second. And I just want to highlight what was just said real quick. The last thing they just said was comparing Donald Trump to fucking Hitler. This is what Alex Jones and Marjorie Taylor Greene just did. Compared Donald Trump to Hitler. And all of these years when we called him a fucking fascist, when we called them fucking Nazis, you get all kinds of pushback about you shouldn't say fascist, you shouldn't say Nazi, and you got two people who helped get him into office. Just compare them to goddamn Hitler. And it's a damn shame that I'm having to play these motherfuckers to say the same shit that we've been saying about Donald Trump. But I know because people listen to white goddamn cave woman and this crazy ass bald head lunatic that said that Sandy Hook was a goddamn false flag, and ABC was running around here repeating that bullshit. Maybe they'll understand that we knew what we was talking about the entire time. The entire time, we knew what the fuck we were saying about this racist piece of shit lunatic in the office. We knew that Donald Trump was creating brown shirts when he pardoned the fucking J6 goddamn rioters and put them on ice and gave them guns and put them on the streets of America. This is fucking Nazi ass fascist shit that America's up under right now. Democracy is no more. I'm going to play some more.
Absolutely right. An entire civilization, and then saying it's going to be bridges and power plants. That's critical infrastructure.
And he said never to come back. I thought he's trying to save these people.
Yeah, never to come back. And the president has come out and he's spoken about why he's going to war, and it was to free the Iranian people. He claimed it was to help them. He said it was not about the oil, but yet it's straight up about the oil. It's all about the Strait of Hormuz. And it's because I think he's found out that this is not popular. People don't want to have the so-called temporary pain for long-term gain.
Well, that was the good news, though, is when you and Tucker and everybody else came roaring out, not the Democrats. They saw polls, and I'm talking to insiders at Rasmussen, you name it, they're below 33. He's in free fall. So thank God, still somehow we're able to get to him. And again, I love the old Trump. I told you on the phone this morning, I said, I hate the new Trump. I'm just gonna be honest. I hate this person. This is a disgusting husk of the former person. This is like, in a vampire movie, you loved your wife or your husband until the vampire bites them and they're now a vampire. I mean, this is horrible.
Right. No, it is horrible. And look, I loved President Trump and I loved everything that he had promised to the American people in 2024. But this has been a complete 180. MAGA went from being America first to now it's America last. But here's the conversation that we all need to have. And I'm a Christian. I know you're a Christian. Many of the people I know in the administration call themselves Christians. Many of the Republicans I served with in Congress call themselves Christians. Many people that voted for President Trump call themselves Christians. But we have to go from calling ourselves Christians in words and language to actually behaving and acting like Christians. That's what being a Christian really is. And look, I'm not claiming to be a perfect person, and I'm not claiming to be a Bible scholar or expert or a pastor. Not by any means. I'm very much just your average.
But you don't say we're going to wipe out civilizations. You don't lie and flip-flop 5 times a day. No. You don't have your cabinet worshiping you and comparing you to Jesus. Tucker said it. Right. This is not Christian. It's the opposite of that.
It's not Christian. And the post that it disturbed me deeply inside was on Easter morning when the president made that horrific post, and it was shocking. Easter morning is when families and people all across the country, Christians across the country, are waking up and celebrating the fact that Christ has risen from the grave. This is the greatest day that we have. And it's literally the basis of our entire faith. And many families are getting ready to go to church and planning to have, all day long celebrations with their families and cooking and gathering and eating. And the president put out a post that was the most disturbing post I've ever read. And
we'll pull it up and put it on screen, but effing open the Strait of Hormuz. Allah is great. Just I'm going to totally destroy you. It's just foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, it's unacceptable. And look, there's something about, supporting your president, and we want to support our president. We want to cheer and root for America, but you don't have to be in a cult where you can't call it out. And that is what this has turned into. It's turned into a cult where the Trump administration, the president himself, and everyone around him demands cult-like worship when he's putting up posts like that on Easter Sunday, and then calling to destroy an entire civilization of people. We're talking about children. We're talking about moms and dads, elderly people, innocent people.
But Marjorie, the
Christians.
good news is he did correct, had J.D. Vance make a deal. Then he says that's not the deal, breaks the deal. Israel keeps attacking Lebanon and Iran, so they start firing missiles. Fox News acts like, I hate to say they're the good guys. They're not. I'm just reporting the facts. No. They start firing missiles back, and the media goes, they've broken the ceasefire. Now they've closed the Strait of Hormuz again. So the problem is he finally woke up for a minute, but then went right back into craziness. Gut level, where do you see this madness going? Because I don't think this war is ending anytime soon. Yes, we made a big stand. He made some horrible statements. So there was major pressure. He kind of pulled back, even though Susie Wiles, who we know, I'm not saying he's a good person, is telling him, listen to your people, don't do this war, because they can't win it, because the regime hasn't fallen. And then you've got Netanyahu saying today, we have video, but I'll post it after you're not with us. But you've seen it. He's literally saying, we don't care, the war continues. That's the tail wagging the dog. I had Michael Savage, who's pro-Israel, on today. He said Israel is planning to nuke, from the sources he has at high-level Israeli intelligence, Iran, to drag us into full war. Levin last weekend called for nuclear war.
It's likely that Tehran would be bombed, if not nuked, by the way. And I said it would not be us who did it. I wrote it on my own Twitter feed. I said it would be the bad boy Israel that does it.
And Israel is stronger than ever. This is the bottom line of this campaign up until now. Let me say, there are still additional objectives for us to achieve, and we will achieve them, either by agreement or by resumption of the fighting. We are ready to resume the fighting at any moment. Our finger is on the trigger.
They are not stopping. I'm really concerned about Israel drug us in 39 days ago. I'm concerned about them doing something even bigger to force us into this. What do you think?
I fully agree with you. Look, there's something important that you brought up, and you brought up Fox News. And Fox News is basically spewing nonstop propaganda. Whereas when people watch your show or they look on the internet and look at other alternative sources, you're getting the realistic truth. And
all right, so I'm gonna stop it.
I think that
I'm gonna stop it there, because there's a couple of points that, and it goes on for another damn 38 minutes, or not another 20 minutes or so. But the first point that she made that I've said constantly on here is that it's a cult. It's a goddamn cult. Because everything Donald Trump does, you guys have to appease their leader and go out and defend it and promote it. No matter how heinous it is, you guys have to fall in line because you're in a goddamn cult. And the last thing she touched on was Fox News is spreading propaganda. How many goddamn times on here have you heard me say that that's all that is over there is propaganda? And it's the largest cable news network in America, so they got a lot of people listening to them. They're in touch with a lot of people, and they figured out a way to take control of the right wing media outlet, and spread this goddamn propaganda. And the next thing you know, you got Sarge calling in here screaming and yelling about how fucking great Trump is. You know, it's you guys are being controlled by a fucking con artist, a cheat, a fucking alleged fucking child predator. He's a accused goddamn adjudicated goddamn sexual assaulter. He's a 34 count criminal. He's stealing money through his little scams in the White House and his Bitcoins and his tennis shoes and selling his baseball cards or whatever the fuck those are. You guys have been duped. And now America is in peril because of your poor ass decision, because you're fucking racist, because you didn't want Democrats to win, because you didn't want Democrats or black people to have any success. After Barack Obama, you guys is willing to tear up this goddamn country so you can get your white man in the White House and he can lead shit, but he's fucking y'all over. He's fucking the entire planet over. Because you chose this idiot to run the goddamn country. He's fucking everybody over. And the reason that I'm playing Marjorie Taylor Greene and Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson is saying the same shit, Megyn Kelly is saying the same shit, which is fucking racist. They're all of a sudden they're coming into their senses and saying, hey, this is wrong. It was your goddamn fault that we in this predicament. These two motherfuckers that we're listening to now ushered Donald Trump into the White House. But you're not going to hear them say that they're wrong for damn supporting Donald Trump. But now they're scared and they're worried that they're seeing the same shit that we've been saying for goddamn years about this piece of shit in the White House. Yep, I just wanted to share that with y'all. And it's crazy. We don't know how the fuck we're coming out of this goddamn thing. Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're getting fucking soldiers killed. When they had this supposedly rescue of the goddamn pilot, we're not getting the truth of what happened over there. We don't know how many people, how many Americans done died in this goddamn conflict because they're lying to us. When Caroline Leavitt and Pete Hegseth stand on that podium, they're not being honest. They're not being honest. And because white America put the motherfuckers in charge, they think that they're untouchable. You can see that they think that they're untouchable because we had a whole goddamn pedophile sex trafficking ring that has been exposed with Jeffrey Epstein. And you got white motherfucking savage, nasty ass pedophiles with power defending that shit, hiding that shit, don't give a fuck about the victims. And they think that people are going to forget about Jeffrey Epstein because they're blowing up goddamn brown people in Iran. This is nuts. We're living in fucking chaos. Democracy is no more. And I just want to say that if the Democrats take charge, I know they're not going to have a spine, but they need to goddamn fix the goddamn Supreme Court by putting more Supreme Court justices on there. And they need to undo every goddamn thing that Donald Trump did. They need to rehire all these people that they fired. They need to fucking rehire all these generals, the black generals, because he's specifically firing black generals. They need to rehire all these black generals. They need to pay compensation to these people that's got fucking racially discriminated against and are out of work because the government is racist. They need to fix this shit. And they need to ensure that the FCC up under Democrat control does something about Fox fucking News, does something about right-wing radio, because that's where the propaganda starts. You see Donald Trump is control of the FCC, in control of the FCC, and he's telling the FCC president or whoever the fuck he is to get rid of whatever fucking media that don't approve with Donald Trump. And it's happening. So all I'm saying is the Democrats don't have to be that extreme, but if you're in charge of the government and you're in charge of the FCC, you need to do something about Fox fucking News and Rupert Murdoch spreading propaganda in the United States of America. So if they can take the FCC and actually get Donald Trump to get whatever the fuck he, and another thing that we need to do when the Democrats get back into office is kick the goddamn Jews out of motherfucking goddamn politics in America. That's it. Kick the Zionists out of goddamn politics in America. Don't accept no more goddamn AIPAC funding. Get rid of AIPAC. Get rid of all that influence by goddamn Netanyahu. All that shit need to go away. You need to stop allowing the fucking Zionists to buy up fucking goddamn media outlets in this goddamn country because they're trying to control the goddamn narrative, and they're doing a good goddamn job of it. And you just heard Netanyahu say that he's not going to stop, and he got his finger on the goddamn trigger. What that means, I don't know, but I heard that goddamn Israel got nuclear weapons. And now that they got a dummy in the White House, and they've already started this goddamn caliphate, or Armageddon, or whatever the fuck they think it is, they're going to go full force now. They're not going to stop Israel. Israel has always got away with shit when it comes to America. I remember a story, I think it was 1967, when Israel shot up a goddamn Navy vessel. I don't remember the goddamn story. But the point is that they got away with killing 34 Americans on a ship. Let me see if I can Google it right quick. Okay, the USS Liberty. Okay, in June 8, 1967, during the Six-Day War, Israel aircraft torpedoed a boat and attacked the U.S. Navy vessel. Hold on. I remember this story. U.S. Navy vessel USS Liberty in international waters, killing 34 American crew and wounding 170. Israel apologized, claiming a case of mistaken identity, but the incident remains a subject of controversy and debate over whether it was intentional. Yes, it was fucking intentional, because they fucking terrorists. It said the attack occurred off the Sinai Peninsula. Okay, why y'all got a black screen? Hold on for a minute. Okay, there you go. It said the incident occurred off the Sinai Peninsula. The vessel was strafed and hit with napalm and torpedoes. There was 34 casualties, men, 34 sailors, 2 Marines, and 1 civilian were killed. 171 to 174 were wounded. The aftermath and compensation. Israel paid approximately $12 million in compensation to the U.S. government for the deaths and injuries and damage to the ship. Some survivors and officials argued that the attack was intentional and claimed details in the Guardian report that this was a the Guardian reports, and this in a Reddit post. The official position, the U.S. and Israel investigation concluded that it was an error. Though some, such as former Naval Counsel Warren Boston, later stated that there was pressure to hide evidence of deliberate attack, as he highlighted in the Wikipedia article. Because I heard that they made those soldiers and Marines not try to criticize Israel, and they told them that, you know, y'all can't talk about what the fuck just happened and all this kind of bullshit. This is the United States protecting goddamn Israel way back when. And what I'm trying to say is Israel need to get off the tit of the American people. I don't give a fuck what these oligarchs are doing and what they agreed to. It's costing American lives. Especially when we get weak leadership like Donald Trump. And he's able to be bought by Israel. Israel gonna take advantage of it. Netanyahu is a goddamn terrorist. Netanyahu is a goddamn terrorist. And we've talked about time and time again the conflict of, I don't know no Palestinian. I don't know how them people are. I don't know how they feel about black people. And that's not really important in this conversation. They probably just as racist as all the other Arabs, to be honest with you. But right is right and wrong is wrong. You're not supposed to try to genocide an entire population of people. You're not supposed to starve children. You're not supposed to create a humanitarian crisis in a country that don't belong to you. The Palestinians were there first. The Palestinians were there first. I talked to y'all about that that letter that the Rothschilds and the British government came up with and told them to go take up stake in Palestine a while back. I put the letter on the screen, and that's how all this Israel shit started. And they started taking over more and more territory. They started expanding and taking over Palestinian land. When you talk to people like Sarge, they'll tell you that the Jews were there first according to the Bible and all this kind of bullshit. But that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. Because you can't go back to biblical times and create goddamn borders based off of that fake ass book. You just can't. What happened on this planet is that there was a point in time in society where all of these borders got drawn for these countries, and that's where it stayed at. Just like Russia trying to go back and take over the Ukraine and redraw their goddamn borders, right? You can't do that. This is 2026. That shit's over with. All right, so I'm gonna shut up. I said a lot of shit. I think I got Miss Elisa on the line, and if you guys want to call in, the number is 1-717-908-1834, and the access code is 642-794. Miss Elisa, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Tyrone. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Oh, real quick. I hope when I called in and you had opened up my line, I was in the bathroom washing my hands and stuff. I thought I had the phone on mute. Did you hear any of that? Hello?
Oh no, I didn't hear anything.
Tyrone?
I didn't hear anything. There wasn't no background noise or anything like that.
Oh, okay, because I was like, oh my God. When I finally walked back to my phone, I was like, I was washing my hands, and coughing, and doing all kind of stuff. I was like, oh, I thought I had it on mute. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. That's good. I was listening to everything you were saying. I agree with just about all of it. Um, I don't know. It just seems like things just got worse. Every week it gets worse. I was out of town. I was in your neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And got
You
back here, so
you
I
enjoy
missed
your
a lot
trip?
of the craziness. Yeah, it's warm down there, and I got sick. 'Cause it's warmer down there than it is here.
There's a
And
lot
when
of
I was
pollen. There's a lot
on
of
the ground,
pollen down here.
yes, pollen, and it's warm. And then way back, my throat was so I had like a full blown cold. That's what I was doing when on the phone. I was doing all that hacking and carrying on, trying to, but it was what it was. I'm back home now. That was the best thing. And come back to Trump threatening to blow up the world. So, because I stayed off of social media the entire time I was there. And then had to come back to all of this. Oh, one thing, like you were saying, like with Trump, with that threatening, he thought he was going to obliterate and kill an entire population of people, an entire country. He's going to do all of that. And when you said that no other president would say or has said anything, like maybe Putin or something, no other world leader in recorded history has ever said anything like that. Not a one. Not you, Putin. Even though he would do it if he could, if he wanted, if he needed to. Even though El Jong-un, he would do it if he wanted to. Like people like that. Even Adolf Hitler and some of these worst people that we have ever had, Stalin and people like that, they never publicly said anything like that. That don't mean they wouldn't have done it, but they have never said that. He is the first in recorded history.
Wow, that's crazy.
Isn't it crazy? And I was like, it must be somebody, unless, because I was researching, trying to see if I find someone. Everyone was like, no, no, no. Well, definitely not. No. I said, okay, definitely not no U.S. president in recorded history has ever said something like that. It's like, no, Adolf Hitler never said that. He would say, we're going to destroy our enemies. Everybody says that. We're going to defeat our enemies. We're going to this, all the big propaganda rhetoric talk. But to say by the deadline tonight, we're going to kill an entire country of people, they're going to be gone. We're going to just kill them all, or whatever his wordings were. That was too shocking. But no, it wasn't. Let me take that back. It wasn't shocking. That man is gone, and there's no one around him. Well, there is somebody over there to just put the brakes on. But there's nobody there to stop him from saying anything that he wants to say. And I'm not sure how much is around him to stop him from doing anything that he wants to do. Did you hear how they threatened the Pope?
Yeah. I heard that. I meant to bring that up. It's crazy.
That crazy?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Because when I was like, well, anyway, I heard the Pope thing afterwards, and Pope Leo's like, I bet he was scheduled to come near the end of the year for the 250th anniversary or whatever it is that's going on. They're not coming. And from a little bit understanding that I have, they're not coming back to the United States. He said he can come back here as long as that. But not that he's scared, because that explains why he was going extra hard on him, really, really hard. See, just like now, since January, because he go in on them. He goes in.
No, I understand why the Pope ain't coming. It's not that he's afraid, right? But because Donald Trump has such a cult-like following, if one of these idiots like Sarge with a gun show up where the fucking Pope is at, and they guns everywhere in America, he's just protecting himself. He's being safe. I don't blame him. I wouldn't come over here either.
I wouldn't come over here either. I mean, this is just wow. I was like, and of course I'm not a religious person, I am a non-practicing Catholic, a baptized Catholic. And I was like, oh shit, maybe I have to pull out my Catholicism and go back to it for a little piece. Because she threatened and I don't know, that's just wild. That was just extra wild. But extra wild. So everybody was like, okay, two Catholics, what y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna do? All the amount of Catholics throughout this world, he threatened y'all's man. Because I had somebody was joking with me. My cousin was like, oh, okay, he threatened y'all's man. What you gonna do? I said, I'm a non-practicing Catholic. Once a Catholic, obviously, I'm not a Catholic anymore. But I was like, let's go find that rosary feed. We about to get crunk. He threatened our man. I don't know. Everything is just crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know how Donald Trump convinced these people that he believe in God and all this kind of stuff. And the problem is the evangelicals and some Catholics over here, they just follow Donald Trump. They follow him because they think that he's religious. He's the second coming or something.
Those evangelicals follow him. Mm-hmm. Catholics follow him too. I don't know. The craziness is just off the chain. But just like someone was saying, white people were intent. Caucasian people were intent on destroying everything because they can't get past. They can't get past something that they should have been over, should have gotten past 100 years ago. They can't get further back than that, but at least 50 years ago.
Well, it surprises me that they don't realize that they're getting got, like, in real time. All these promises that Donald Trump made, building the wall, Doge was supposed to give them $5,000. They supposed to get a $2,000 check from the goddamn stimulus. He's supposed to come up with some kind of health care for them. He's supposed to clear out the national debt. All this shit. He's supposed to lock Hillary Clinton up. Donald Trump ain't followed through on none of the shit that he promised his goddamn base. And these people are still fucking goddamn begrudgingly following this man for some dumbass reason. The only thing I can say is like, hell, Marjorie Taylor Greene just said it. It's a goddamn cult. That's what it is. It's a goddamn cult.
It is a cult. Now, he promised them that he would get all of the illegals out. That was always going to be too hard to do. And he was just going to and basically they want a white America. Too stupid to know that y'all can't exist with it just being white. It's not going to work. This country's too big, and you need too many hands-on from everybody. That was never a practical want for this entire country to just be white. And he promised them that he would put the blacks. It's not in his wording, but if people who could understand the old Southern strategy and all of that, you read between the lines, to put the blacks back in their place. He did a good job. Black suits in their jobs and trying to get rid of the little inroads and things that we were able to accomplish. So he did do that, but they should know he can't do all of it. You're not going to be able to race away all of that. You're not going to be able to get rid of all of the immigrants. You're not going to be able to make white America a white Caucasian ethno state. You're not going to be able to do that. That is just something that's not going to be able to be done. It's illogical. It's illogical. But he was doing it his best. Just like I heard someone was saying, like that video that he put out about the Obamas. That was just he had to like at the zoo. Mm-hmm. That was just letting his people know, yeah, I'm still with y'all. I'm still real hateful one.
Well, yeah, they always sending dog whistles. Especially Pete Hegseth, firing all the black fucking generals and all that kind of shit. They always sending dog whistles to the white America, and I guess they must be still eating that shit up.
We still with y'all, and I have to agree with a lot of our other people, with a lot of other black people. White people, they just too hateful, too brain dead, too dyslexic, whatever you want to call them. You're going to destroy everything if y'all can't get yourself together. the majority, at least the majority of you all, get it together. If you don't have to do it, but a majority. Pick a percentage, and you all pick a percentage that is majority, and you all try to get it together, try to get over this, because you're gonna destroy everything.
Well, they've been
people.
brainwashed. They've been brainwashed because if you look at why the white people, one of the reasons that the white people is acting like this is because the Democrats have been demonized. They will never support a Democrat, no matter what Trump does, because of the propaganda against Democrats, because of the transsexual and the gay talk, and the black people are taking your goddamn jobs, and they're all in the Democratic Party. White people are never going to support Democrats like that. You know what I mean? So
I agree with you.
They did their part about demonizing Democrats. Now, when they see Donald Trump doing all this shit, they ain't got no goddamn where to go. You know, so it's kind of it's kind of crazy how they was able to demonize a whole political party and get, just like Sarge right now typing in the chat room, something against Democrats. He's programmed to think that way and not realize that this country is based on a two political party system. One of them is Republican, one of them is the Democrats. It's been that way for a long time. And if you don't vote for one, you used to vote for the other, you know, because we're all Americans. That's just a fact. We're all Americans. We just got different ways about how to do shit. But now that they done demonized the Democrats, these people, I don't know, they can't put it in themselves to even support a Democratic candidate.
Some of them, yeah, I agree with you. Some of them are so they have been brainwashed. Some of them, I'm not going to say all, majority of them, but it's a good bit of them that they have been the demonization of not just immigrants. Not just Democrats, but leftists, progressive, and people who want to just say to let live. I'm a humanist. You know, I don't get into all that Christianity. I'm a humanist. I'm about demonized science. So you had a whole group of people that has just been demonized. You have a whole group of people that's just been demonized, and they did it by way of hate. And these people never noticed that the Republicans have never balanced the budget. Every time one get in office and get out of office, things is all screwed up. Again, they've never balanced the budget. And this hopefulness that y'all feel is because of both parties, really. But the real bad, deep hopefulness that hopelessness that you all feel, it comes from who you vote for, who you're following. It really is that simple, and they don't seem to get it. I mean, you could be sitting up with no teeth in your head, no health insurance, your kids. I remember my auntie, my grand auntie, she was like, they could be walking around with no teeth in their mouth. They children are dragging on the ground, eating gravy for dinner. But as long as they can point a finger at somebody that's not them, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it took a long time. It took a long time for them to get a white American this damn stupid. Because it starts with the Second Amendment and the black people gonna take over, and we got to have our guns and all this kind of bullshit to protect what's ours, and it just go into the Democrats is going to come take your shit and all this kind of.
And ain't nobody gonna take nothing.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a long time.
Anything. If somebody's coming to take anything, and if you look at, and I can't speak for the other ethnic group, but you look at the blacks, our population, we don't have enough people to do all of that y'all talk about that's going to be done. We just don't.
Yeah, it's just common sense. It's just common sense. And not only that, we're not savages like they are. We would rather sit down and reason and use logic to try to solve problems. That's the way we've always did stuff, instead of just going out shooting people and killing people. And if we can turn their system around against them and use it against them, that's what we'll do. But it won't be nothing violent, you know.
No, we'll turn it around and use it against them to be able to prosper.
Yeah.
And because you just want, to want to be left alone. You want to be able to prosper. You want to be able to just be, let live. But they don't even want you to do that. And like they want to get rid of DEI, but everything that, not everything, but I'm not going to put a percentage on it. But whatever the percentage of white folks that have, y'all got it through white supremacy, DEI.
Yeah.
That's how y'all got all that stuff. White supremacy, DEI. A lot of y'all whose grandparents, great grandparents passed down land, all of y'all who got this, and it's not saying that they're not as smart. Everybody can be smart, learn and do, and all of the things. But that foot up above everybody, that was all. That all came through white supremacy, DEI.
Well, they use the DEI,
and they know it.
Yeah, they use the DEI and the BLM and the woke and all that just to say nigga. That's another word for nigga. To be honest with you, back in the day, you know, when they were using that word, you know, they would say, we ain't gonna let a nigga do this, we ain't gonna let a nigga do that. And they used to use that word constantly to tell us that we won't gonna never be shit. But so now, you know, it was like the Southern strategy thing with that dude Atwater. When he said we start using other terms instead of the N word, that's when they put them words in there like DEI and Black Lives Matter and woke and all this kind of shit. They're just trying to say the N word. That's all they're using it for. And because, like you said, white women use DEI to move up in corporations and businesses. They use DEI. So whenever you hear DEI coming from them, it's just aimed towards black people. Just like I said before, when Donald Trump talked about that plane crash, he used DEI. He meant black people. That's all they use that word for.
Oh, you mean with the helicopter thing over there in the Potomac?
Yeah, when he first got in office and that helicopter ran into the plane, he said it would be because of DEI. That's the reason that crashed happened.
Yeah, I think one of the pilots was a woman. Black people ain't had shit to do with that. It might have been some black people on the plane. That's about as much as black people had to do with that. So. Yeah,
they didn't, but you know that it didn't stop them from getting on the stage trying to blame black people.
No, they was trying to blame women, not black people. That was about blaming women.
Oh, there was a woman. There was a woman pilot.
Yeah, on the helicopter.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the Air Force or Navy or whatever military copter that was. One of the pilots was a woman, and her family didn't want. Her family didn't want any of her information out there because, of course, the MAGA people would come and trash them, trash everything.
Yep.
And one of the pilots was a woman said that, like I said, everything ain't about us. But that was all about the DEI because one of the crewmen, she was one of the crewmen but she's part of the crew. Let me put it that way. It was a woman. So, I don't know. Let them destroy it, Tyrone.
That's what's going to happen. They ain't shit I can do. They ain't shit we can do except for sit back and watch it. There ain't a damn thing we can do except for sit back and watch it.
That's all we can do. And when I hear people say that, just go to the cookout, just relax yourself, just stay the hell out to the streets. People are like, well, this is your country too. Yeah, we know that. You all need to fight for this country. You've been there, done that. And it's not that we aren't fighting, but just don't give your body to it. Let them do it. This is your people. Like I heard that older woman, she's somebody's grandmother or great-grandmother, and they was asking her about the on the No King's Day, wasn't I think I told this last week about how it wasn't very diverse. It could have been where they are. They just have a lot of black people, or Latino people in the area. She said, well, the black people need to stay in because they want to use them to kill and maim and this, that. It's time for us white people to get out here and do this. I was like, you better get it, whoever grandma that is.
Yeah, I seen that clip. That was a Fox News interviewer out there trying to use gotcha questions and she put them in their damn place quick as fuck. I was like, okay.
She showed did. She was like, no, they should stay home and they should this, that, or stay in the back, stay in this, that. No, she's right. Black people, we got our ancestors somehow made sure we got the message. So let them destroy it. That's where I'm at right now. I don't want it destroyed, but that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, right it's the wrong time for black people to be getting out there in the streets, and I'm proud of the black community for not getting out there and acting crazy, because the first thing they're gonna do is kill you. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna beat you up and kill you, and then they're gonna try to justify it. They're gonna try to justify the fucking murder. You see how they did Alex Petty and that other girl, that Nicole lady.
They're gonna do you. You can't get much worse than that, but they will find a way.
Yeah.
They will find a way. So to stay off the street, I was like when they had them in the airports and stuff. Some of the ICE, I saw a lot of black faces in them ICE suits. But again, I hate this word, but we have lots of coons and lots of this, people who will do anything. They will do anything for a check, and a lot of people just don't give a damn.
Well, that's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. It's a job. It's a job for those folks.
Yeah.
And
they might have needed a job real bad or something. I don't know. And some of this one black woman, she said she needed her student loans paid off.
Yeah.
Now, had Biden been president again, or Kamala, you could have gotten your school loans a large portion of that forgiven. You could have gotten a lot of that forgiven, because I know people who did. And but.
Yeah, I mean, if I see one of those black ass on video repeating goddamn Republican talking points, then that's the coon. But I just can't look at them in uniform and say that that they're wrong, because it's a job, and unfortunately, people got to do what they got to do.
They're wrong. I say they wrong. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, but you're wrong when you hook in with something like that. I get that I got to do what I got to do, but you're still wrong. That you would get involved with some fascist shit like that. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Who's this unknown caller?
Hey, how's it going, Sister Lisa Tyrone?
Hey, what's happening?
Hey.
Hey, you were talking about just a minute ago. I think I caught it, but I didn't. You were saying that some of these people get on the TV or the internet or whatever, and they're doing this right-wing talking points for money.
That's all. Yeah, they do that. I don't remember saying it, but yeah, I'm pretty. You're correct.
Oh, I thought that's what Elisa was talking about.
Oh, she probably said it. Go ahead.
I missed a little bit of her conversation, but and I agree with her if she was saying it. I hope she was saying that.
I was talking. No, I agree with that. But what I was talking about was doing it for the money. I'm talking about those black people that's working for ICE. They're doing it for the money.
Oh, you said ICE. I thought I missed something. I wasn't quite sure. That's why I asked. Were you talking about that? Okay, I got that too. I was going to bring up I still want to bring up the media thing that these people are doing for money, and it's a shame that people our age and older can't see that a lot of these people are out there just grifting and chasing the damn bag and just messing with people's minds on purpose for money, and they don't give a damn. And these so-called people with discernment and smart people, some that come on this show, are just lost. They can't see. They just lost in the dang on sauce, man. It's just, it's sad. And it's not only black people, but white people too. All the motherfuckers be at them Trump rallies and shit, wearing them MAGA hats. And they done got their mind fucked up too by people grifting for money. Hell, Trump is the biggest grifter for money in the goddamn world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's just a damn shame. This internet, man, I said a long time ago, man, I hate to say it, but every time I keep saying it, man, we need some goddamn rules about who can get on this fucking internet, man. I need an IQ test or something for some of these goddamn people. I'm sorry, man. You're just not smart enough to be on the internet with the rest of the goddamn world. I'm serious about that, Tyrone.
No, there need to be some type of
I
control.
agree.
Because everybody getting on the internet, I mean, and all of a sudden somebody like they comment or they get 10 likes. Next thing you know, they spreading some more bullshit. Getting 20 likes. Here they come with some more bullshit. And next thing you know, they famous.
And that's what Biden was trying to do with Facebook and stuff. But he was only doing it as it related to COVID. Because, like, when, I can't think of the guy who owns Facebook and Instagram.
Zuckerberg.
He said that the minister, Zuckerberg, yeah. When he said that when the Biden administration was, you remember all of that. We had some people call over here where Zuckerberg said that Biden and them did try to manipulate the social media. They were trying to manipulate them from all that misinformation they was putting out about COVID and things like that, stuff that could really harm people. And maybe they shouldn't have did it, but maybe they should have just let it just run wild. But,
no, they did it. I feel like they did the right thing. They did the right thing.
I say
they did do the right thing. They did.
I say let all these dumb niggas die. We need a purge. Let these dumb niggas go. Next goddamn thing, let them do what the fuck they want. Next COVID, let these motherfuckers do what the fuck they want to do. Let them go out there and die. We need to get rid of these motherfuckers somehow anyway. That's what I'm on now, Tyrone. I'm totally disgusted with the dumb niggas. You ain't niggas talking about flat earth. Niggas think they Indians. Niggas think they ain't no moon landing. I mean, this shit is ridiculous.
I mentioned flat earth earlier with the Artemis 2 and its voyage right now. I mean, the flat earthers, I'm waiting on to hear what they got to say. I'm pretty sure they're going to say it was a false trip and all this.
They already said the shit is fake.
It's in his fake.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how the hell they can see it.
But the thing when they was trying to tell them to cut back and put, I didn't see anything wrong with putting messages or somebody put out some kind of something about something that goes against, other than if somebody started talking about the COVID and they wanted those things underneath to explain from the CDC and whoever else, these are our, I didn't see anything wrong with putting that. And you remove people can come online and see. The thing by doing that, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Just let them catch whatever they're gonna catch and let them die. I'm down with that to a certain extent, but the problem is, some people go out, get sick, it spread, and it affects the public who's trying to do right too. So you know what I'm saying? It's a balance to that. If it was just them and they weren't going to affect, and the virus is just still raging out of control because people won't listen, do what they're supposed to do, and you're trying to get, if people would listen and do what they're supposed to do, you could get this thing under control. But when you have too many people saying it's fake, it's all a false flag, it's this, the internet, FIOS is causing it and all kind of stuff, and you got to kind of tamp that stuff down because it affects those who are trying to do the right thing. I don't know. I don't have the answer.
You're right. It does affect those that are trying to do the right thing. But if those that are trying to do the right thing, wear their mask and do the precautions, let them other motherfuckers get out there and do what the fuck they want to do and start dying. Get rid of their ass. Let them get rid of their motherfucking self.
And that happened. A lot of that happened. You know.
Not enough.
All right, Sister Nobody, your line is open. How you doing?
I'm wonderful before shots were fired.
Shots was fired about what?
Mr. Charlie over there talking about people are stupid because of Indian ancestry.
Who said that? Howard?
Shots are fired. Yeah, Mr. Charlie. You know, when he started talking all proper, he Mr. Charlie.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I don't think he meant that. I mean, there's some people that's claiming that black people are Indian, And there's some people got some black Indian heritage in them, but not everybody is Indian. I don't think so.
And black people were not indigenous, and black people were not indigenous to this goddamn land. Say correct now.
I'm not gonna say correct. I'm not gonna say correct.
I know you're not.
I'm not gonna say correct because there's no way they ran off with light-skinned Indians. So stop the BS, okay?
You claim it's
they
some
didn't
shit.
run off with light-skinned Indians and intermingle with light-skinned Indians. So stop your mess.
Indian owned slaves. Deal with it. You just as bad as a black man wanting to be white.
So black people.
Indians owned slaves.
I'm not gonna make those. I'm gonna be nice. How y'all
doing? Only way a black person got some Indian in their DNA is the same way we got white in our goddamn DNA. It's the same shit.
Charlie. Pluck your little nose here. Calm down, Mr. Charlie.
Just stay off TikTok and you won't be going down these funky ass roads.
You should read the fine print to your ancestry.DNA test. Why don't you read the fine print?
You did a DNA test, nobody?
No, I didn't.
Of course not.
I mean, what do you mean, of course not?
People that scared of the truth. People that scared of the truth run away. People that scared that something that will be revealed that they have a belief and then it will be the opposite of their belief. They will not take tests like that. They don't want their belief fucked up. I understand it.
Yeah, you probably need to do it. It don't cost that much around the holiday season.
The fine print tells you do not throw away your verbal ancestry. I don't know what's wrong with you. What about that you don't understand?
Take your DNA and we can have a conversation about it. If you ain't took your DNA, it's no need for us to talk.
It's going to say we all Nigerian. How about that? We all Nigerian.
Hey, there's no need for us to talk if you don't want to take your DNA.
Okay.
If you're scared to take it.
Okay, we all Nigerian.
Because some of us are 99% Nigerian. I can say I'm anything, but the DNA lets me know really what's in me. So until you really know, you could say anything until you really know. So until then, we really can't have a conversation.
Why don't you read the fine print? How about reading the fine print on the box?
How about you get a box first?
Well, you read the fine print on the box. How about that? Hi, I'm going to go back on mute. I just wanted to say that.
All right. Dude, hold on for a minute. Look like they got a damn subscription now. That's crazy. I paid, I think I paid $99 for mine.
Yeah, I paid $99, $79. I got it during the holidays. Like you said, they got those deals.
Yeah.
So you took your DNA test?
I got mine. Yeah, I took it. I paid. They were having a special, and I paid. I got one for me and one for my mom. I paid $49.99 a piece. It was some type of special.
That's what they do. That's what I was getting ready to tell nobody, that during the holidays it'll drop down to a pretty good, fair price.
She ain't gonna do that.
She's $69. So I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But that's all I paid for mine. I spent them $100 for two, and got mine done. And a lot of it was kind of what I expected. I'm not no 100%, 99% Nigerian, nowhere close to that. But I was a little disappointed in some of the tests. But it is what it is, you know.
Well, you had you had a little Scottish Wales in you like me.
Well, look, we're American. We're American black people, and that's to be expected in our DNA because of these savages. What the fuck did they did our ancestors?
I'm like 88% West and Central African. That other 12 is some of those things you like. Yeah,
but that's expected to be in our DNA, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. You know.
Yeah, it's expected. I wish I was 88% African. No, because according to some of these FDA, they would say that I'm not black, but I'm black. I'm still majority African, but I'm.
Well, none of them motherfuckers won't take their DNA test. They need to go on. Tariq Nasheed, that's an Arabic goddamn name. So I don't know if he's fucking Muslim or whatever the fuck.
That's
not his
not
real
his
name.
real name.
That
So
nigga name is
well,
Marcus.
he's a goddamn Arabic poser then. What the fuck?
That
Damn them
nigga name
people.
is Marcus, Tyrone. Marcus.
It's
Counts.
Marcus, yeah.
Well, that's a nigga name.
But yeah, I would love to be 80-something% in the 80s African. I'm not.
Yours didn't add
But I'm
up all to the 80s? Yours didn't add?
No.
No? Oh, shit.
Didn't add up
Lisa,
to the
you ain't
80s.
one of us. You
But
ain't one of us.
there ain't nothing
ain't
wrong with that. There ain't
You
nothing
ain't
wrong
It
with
ain't
that.
nothing wrong with that. But I felt
You
bad.
tell.
I barely made. I made it into the 70s.
Hey, Elisa,
So,
you hear me? You
that's
hear
good.
me, Elisa? You a tether. Elisa, you a tether. You're not one of us.
Yeah, I know.
You a tether.
And they would call me a tablet, say, you're not 80%, you ain't not 80-something% African. And that kind of bothered me for a long time.
Did it really bother you?
Nah, it shouldn't
Yeah,
bother you.
because when we did the testing and stuff, and I told Tyrone, I said, well, I'm not going to say the percentage because people are going to have something to say. And people will hear that, and they be like, well, you not black. Yes, I am black. I made it into the 70s.
Listening
So
to these
I can
dumbass
say,
people
so
in there.
I'm proud to say I'm in the 70s. That's where I'm at.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
I'm
I
proud
mean,
of that.
we got screwed over when we got bought over here. So I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, Tyrone, this is for Sister Nobody. I want to say this real quick. I am also like 1% Native American in my DNA, or a little less than 1. So that's for you, Nobody. I got a little bit of that in me.
Well, I had
Listen,
mine changed because one time I had 1% Native American, but I'm looking at it now and that shit gone. I don't know what the hell happened to my Native American, you know.
Oh, maybe
When they go through the different regions and they expand the different regions and stuff,
Yeah.
it do change.
It
changes.
changes. It changes.
And it changes. And I was like so long because mine changed some, and then that's when I got down into the lower 70s, and I was like, well, yeah, as long as I stay in the because that should be changing, and that's the scary part. But I'm black.
Oh, here it goes.
And
Now it says Central American 1%. So I don't know what that means. That's down there in Panama or some goddamn well.
Right,
Are you in the 90s or the 80s?
No, it says Honduras. It says Honduras and Nicaragua 1%. But mine is in the like 70 something, Elisa.
It is okay because it changes.
It's always going to change. The more people that participate, there's only 25 million people that's participated in the DNA.
Yeah.
So it's always going to change.
Well, is that 25 million overall? Because you got different companies. So
overall.
No,
yeah.
I'm saying the DNA. If my DNA is not in 23andMe and I did DNA with Ancestry, then it changes. Like the more people that do it on this particular thing, they're not sharing DNA with each other. The companies are not. So that's why I asked about that 25 million. Maybe we should study those.
You used it. Didn't you do your research to see how many people was participating in it, Mr. Factual?
That's why I asked you, what is your 25 million? You said overall. That doesn't mean anything when it comes to the numbers changing because there's different companies.
I don't remember which website I checked. I don't remember.
I didn't ask you about the website you checked.
I'm saying I don't remember which DNA testing facility
company
I checked.
it was.
I know I checked it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then you got people saying that that's not real. I believe it's real. I do. I believe that it's real. Just so long as I stay in the 70s, but the way how that thing changed, I'm liable to slip out of that. And
you know what? If it's based off, it depends on what they're looking for. If they're looking for complexion, whether or not the person is black, whether or not it depends on what they're actually looking for within the DNA. For them to say, okay, this is where they're from, or this is the percentage. So
Well, complexion is
Mr.
not something
Charlie
that they're
should
looking
know all
for.
of that, right, Mr. Charlie? You should know what they're looking for when it comes to the DNA.
I knew that.
Yeah, what are they looking for? Because go ahead.
I knew that DNA was real. My mother's father.
I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you whether or not was it real. What are they looking for when they look into the DNA?
Can I talk? Is that okay? Thank you. Sister Lisa, I knew it was real when my mother's father, who I met twice in my goddamn life, and he's passed on now. He was dead when I took the damn DNA test, and I didn't even know he took the damn DNA test with the same company. And my first match on that thing, I met this man twice in my life. They said, this had his name. This is your maternal grandfather. Said, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That stuff be on point because a lot of my family, especially on my father's side, bunch of them on there. We have the trees and everything all filled out. And my cousins, and I know which one is third, second, first, and it's down to the T on that. I know who's third. I know who's second. I know who's my first. I know who is. So that it's on the money. And we found, I'm not going to get into it, but we found a first cousin. And I remember because the person contacted, and I thought it was on my mom's side. And I said, this person is saying such and such, because I didn't go on there to contact anybody. And I asked my mom about it. She said, oh, you know what? I remember about 20 years ago, such and such, said this, that, and the third. That's probably her. And I'll be damned that was her.
Mm-hmm. It works. I think it works. See, for what we take, they test the mitochondrial DNA. But see, what they don't do is they don't test for the father's DNA, that Y chromosome. And that's a whole nother test that you can take to see the lineage of
nobody. He's answering your question right now. Nobody.
That's another test you can take to see what the lineage of your daddy is, and that's passed from father to son. So if you try to do it from father to daughter, they don't got no Y chromosome, so you can't do that with the father to daughter. Who's the unknown caller lines I just opened?
Well, I'm here to set a couple
what's up,
straight, if you don't mind.
All right, so we're going to go with Joe first because he's short, and then we're going to go with Sarge. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I was just going to say to ABC and Sarge, I have a good design for the I Should Have Voted for Kamala t-shirts. If you send me a shirt size, I'll be glad to get it out to you. And if you send me a picture, I can do an AI with you and Kamala holding hands, showing your support for her campaign. So I just wanted to say that real quick.
Oh, that's nice.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Okay, Joe, you just refused to tell you that is a non-starter under any and all conditions, but you keep trying to push it because you're wasting your breath. But I know Sister Lisa.
You got a good heart, Sarge.
Sister Lisa, I know, believes in historical accuracy. So let me get one thing straight. Now, this is not a vindication of Donald Trump for me to say this, but your statement about Adolf Hitler was simply incorrect historically, because you can do a search on an internet. Just type in Adolf Hitler's speech before the Reichstag, January 30th, 1939, where he said this: if the international finance jury inside and outside of Europe succeed in plunging the peoples of the earth once again into a world war, the result will not be the Bolshevization of earth and thus a Jewish victory, but the annihilation of the Jewish race in Europe. So Adolf Hitler did say that, okay? You go look for yourself, it's all over the web. Just type it in. Adolf Hitler's speech for the Reichstag predicting the destruction of the Jewish race in Europe.
Okay, so he said it. He said it.
I'm aware
of that. I'm aware of that speech. I'm aware of that. But
that's not a vindication of Trump, though.
But that's not the same thing that Trump saying this here. I'm gonna kill these people.
Well,
Not tonight.
you know, I don't know. You talk to most Jewish people, they might say they had developed a civilization not only in Germany but many other places in Europe and elsewhere. But of course, that's something arguable. But I'm just saying he said it. But look, I want to point out this thing about ancestry, because I'm looking at my ancestry board right now. I got 3 of them, but I'm looking at the one that I think is probably the best. And it tells me I got ancestors from Benin and Togo, Nigeria, Senegal, Ghana, and Mali in Africa. From Europe, northern Wales and northwest England, southern Wales, Bavaria, Saxony, central Scotland and northern Ireland, Hebrides and western Islands, Highland Scotland, and the Isle of Man. Central Africa, western Bantu peoples in Cameroon, western Europe, the Netherlands, England, Devon, and Somerset, French, Canada, Acadia, Iberian Peninsula, Portugal, and Denmark in Norway. Okay? So, look, that's what it says. And all the others pretty much agree with them. And let me tell you this much about DNA tests. I can guarantee you, any woman suing a man for child support and that damn DNA test comes back positive on that baby, you better believe every one of them women believe wholeheartedly in DNA tests.
Well, goddamn, sorry, some of that Negro coming out in you tonight, huh?
The stays are always, brother. My Negroes first and foremost in my culture. Howsoever, I'm not going to deny the other part of my direct ancestors, because let me tell you something, Negro. I love myself. I look in the mirror. I look at the way I look. I look at the way I'm built. I say, hey, it took every one of my ancestors to get me to where I am, and you better believe this. I'm grateful to all of them. I don't give a fuck where they came from. That's the bottom line, baby. You can accept it or not.
Well, it's strange how you said you love yourself and you only threw out physical attributes, but
Negro, okay. Negro, I said, yeah, it took, to get the physical me, it took all of them. Do you not understand the way genetics works? It took every single ancestor in my direct ancestry to make me. If I cut any one of them out, I don't exist. Damn, you're silly. Can't tell you nothing. You gotta make it political.
Well, I just added mine up. It came up to 83% African. Sarge, you can claim your white heritage if you want to. I mean,
I'm going to, whether you like it or not.
It don't matter to me. You act white anyway.
It does matter to you, and you know it.
It don't. I'm just telling you. You act white.
I'm supposed to own it according to you.
You act white anyway, so it don't matter.
Yeah, like I said, I'm supposed to disown it. You just proved my point.
But I'm not saying that you're not. You.
I'm not going to do it whether you want me to or not. That's your problem, not mine.
You embrace it every time you get on this goddamn phone. We know that you got.
I do. It took all of them to make me.
We know that you got white DNA. You show that every time you open your goddamn mouth. So I mean.
And first thing I talk about is the African thing. What am I supposed to disown it again? Because it makes you feel better? No, I'm not interested in making you feel better. I'm not interested in affirming your racial bigotry and your racial hatred. That's something you're going to have to work on by yourself. You're going to get no help from me.
Yeah, but see, my European is like 1%, 3%, 6%. I mean.
All right, well, be inferior if you want to. I don't care.
My African, it came up to 83%. So I mean that outweighs.
Yeah, you're an Ubermensch, ain't you? Ubermensch. Sieg Heil, mein Führer.
I love myself. That nigga didn't say I love the way I think.
I'm saying again, I'm kissing myself right now, kissing my arms. I love it. I'm like, what's the name? I put the referees in there. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm kissing myself.
I love the way I treat you.
I love myself.
He didn't say nothing.
Damn, I'm going to say it again. I love myself.
No.
Hey,
hold on now.
You know what, like I said, it's all you Negroes and inferiority complexes that do the shit that you do. Don't put that bullshit on me.
Yeah, Sergeant Black DNA comes out when he starts cursing you out, man. When he starts cursing you out, he goes straight black.
I don't deny anything that's in me, baby. I ain't like y'all. What is in me is in me. It's like Muhammad Ali. When he finally found out about his Irish grandfather, he said, maybe that's where I got my gift to gab from them Irish people. See, he didn't have any problems with it when he finally realized what he really was.
Sarge, you can be white. Nobody. Why are you trying to argue? Sarge, nobody's arguing against you being white. You can be white. We already know you white, so you can be white.
I'm not white, Negro. You're the one saying I'm white. I told you exactly what I am, and you decided to characterize the way you do in order to denigrate me. You're full of shit.
Well, you're arguing for your white DNA right now.
It denigrates me. It only denigrates me in front of this audience with his bigoted self. I mean, those of you that are bigoted.
You're arguing for your white DNA right now. That's what you're doing. So I mean.
Damn right I am.
Okay, you can be white.
Yeah, I'm arguing for it. What am I doing? Pretend it doesn't exist? It's separate from the rest of it? No, it isn't.
Nobody is trying to take that from you, sir.
It is all intermixed. You can't get away from it any more than you can get away from yours, Negro. Accept it and honor it and live up to it.
No one is trying to take that away from you, Sarge.
Oh, like hell you're not. I'm listening to you.
Because listen, I'm encouraging you to continue to stay like you are. Your DNA.
I can hear the scorn in your voice. Cut that shit short.
Your
what, you think you're talking to an amateur here? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, sorry. You want somebody to try to take your whiteness from you? We can't do that. We can't take your whiteness from you.
I can hear the scorn and contempt in your voice, and you know it. Stop it.
Okay. Sir.
Get out of here, man. Get out with that shit.
All right, Mama's boy got your line open.
Peace, everybody.
What's happening, man?
I didn't only come on for this, but what sparked me to really chime in now is Sarge and his brilliance. I just had a PSA for him. If you don't want to be referred to as a Nazi, you might not want to proudly spout their slogan in their language. I'm just saying.
I know how to use scoring too, brother, and that's exactly what I did when I did it. And I also know history very well, particularly the history of the Second World War. So
hey, let me ask you this.
If you expect me to pretend like I'm ignorant of it, I'm not going to do it just to satisfy or please you or to mollify you. I'm going to keep on using it where it's appropriate.
So the Nazis, were they strictly German? Is that where they were from, the Nazis?
They were Nazis all over Europe. In fact, oddly enough, if you know the history of the German army, it was one of the most multi-ethnic in history. It just was made up of people who were considered to be racially suitable. They had Nazis from volunteers that came over and joined the SS from Sweden, from Norway, from Denmark, from just about every country in Europe.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, it wasn't just Germans.
Well, hell, they had Nazis here. If you want to see some,
go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. If you want to see something fascinating, you need to see some of the rhetoric from the American Nazi Party. It'll blow your mind because some of it sounds really familiar to what they're saying now.
Okay, what did I just say that was familiar to what Nazis said other than to make a joke about it, a sarcastic remark?
All right, well, go ahead, Elisa.
What did I say that was reminiscent of the Nazi Party, other than the fact that I'm nationalistic, which I am, because I do believe in America first. Now, that makes me a Nazi. I'm welcome to be one. But if not, I think most people who happen to be concerned about the welfare of their country are nationalistic too.
Well, no, that doesn't make you a Nazi. When you gave the example, I had to pull up the article that I was reading. I found it comparing what Trump said to Adolf Hitler, which is called his was it the Reichstag speech, and this is what they were saying. That's why it's not the same. Okay, Adolf Hitler's January 1939 Reichstag speech and Donald Trump's April 2026 threats to Iran are not the same in intent or context. That's why it wasn't counted as him saying this. Hitler's speech explicitly threatened the extermination of the Jewish people, whereas Trump's rhetoric involved threats destroying Iran's infrastructure and civilization to force a deal. Key differences between the two based on historical and current events. Hitler's 1939 speech, the speech was a direct genocidal promise to annihilate the Jewish race in Europe, serving as a pretext to the Holocaust. Trump's Iran threat. Trump serving as the U.S. president in 2026 has used extreme apocalyptic language, threatening to bomb Iran back to the Stone Ages or kill a whole civilization in his terms, such as erasing safe passage in the Strait of Hormuz, are not met. Context. While both are examples of aggressive rhetoric from the state leaders, they operate under entirely different historical circumstances, ideological motives, and geopolitical goals. That's why that wasn't counted. That's why people were saying Trump is the only leader to ever have said something like that. That's why it wasn't counted this time. That's all.
Well, I certainly didn't mean to say that they were identical remarks. I said to say they were somewhat similar and comparable. If I didn't make that clear, I'd like to make it clear now. And by the way, I agree with your assessment more than the fact that Trump said he's going to annihilate a race of people, or actually meant their entire civilization. So, no, I agree more with your assessment than what mine might seem to be. I'm simply saying Hitler threatened the destruction of a people.
That's not a civilization. That's not civilization. I guess that's the point that's trying to be made here. That's not a civilization.
I'd like to remind you, by the way, historically, Alicia, that at the time Hitler made that speech, the Germans were not working on an annihilation plan. Yes, they were oppressing the Jews. Yes, they were engaging in pogroms against them. Yes, they allowed Kristallnacht, all of that stuff. But they were deporting Jews. They had a plan to deport all of the Jews to Madagascar, among other things. They were the deportation of Jews, getting them out of the country, making them pay money to get out of the country and give up all their properties, but they weren't going to exterminate them until 1942, when they had the Wannsee Conference at Wannsee in Germany. And they said, we're going to do, and on the final solution, it was chaired, the conference was chaired by Reinhard Heydrich, who became the protector of Bohemia and Moravia.
Well, I'm glad we're having this conversation because there is a comparison between between Hitler and Trump, and Sarge agreed that Donald Trump is worse than fucking Adolf Hitler with his comments.
No, I didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
No, but everything he's saying is true.
To say something that silly. Are you really that damn?
Everything he is saying is true. That wasn't their initial plan to annihilate all of them. And then, that's where it finally ended up, and they made it. They started in a system.
That wasn't until
into manufacturing.
Decided on extermination.
Well, let me ask
I agree with you.
Get rid of the Jews. Send them
I agree with you.
Let me ask Tyrone a question real quick.
Yeah,
Tyrone, how did the Nazis identify the Jews, who was Jewish and who wasn't, when they start sending them off to camps? Do you know how they did that?
Well, their heritage, they name, the way the Jews look. Listen, Jews got a certain look about them. I don't know if y'all ever paid any attention. They made fun of they made fun of their.
They had categorization of Jews. They literally categorized them in a South African type system. It was like they do in South Africa even today. They had quarter Jews, half Jews, three-quarter Jews, and full Jews, and they had specific classifications for them based upon their ancestry and public records that were, because Germany was very meticulous about records. They had on file.
Okay. This is wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just get this straight, because he's doing it right now. Sorry. Listen. Whenever you hear me speak, please don't talk over me. Okay.
You weren't talking when I started speaking, and I'm more correct than you anyway.
It don't matter. I'm talking. So I'm asking you not to do that. Okay. Good Lord. Go ahead.
I won't make you look bad. I promise.
Go ahead, Howard.
So no one has said. So how did they, like, if they came up to a Jew or someone they suspected to be a Jew, how did they identify it?
Howard, listen, I want you to listen to me, and I don't want to sound racist on this phone, but you can tell a Jew by their features.
They did it only by looks?
Yeah, Jews do not look.
Only by looks?
Listen, Jews do not look.
They didn't do it just by looks.
Listen, Jews do not look. Jews do not look European. They look like Jews.
Listen, Listen. I'm going to ask Sarge the same question.
Wrong again. Now, can I correct you, please? Because you're wrong again. You're wrong.
Can I say something, Tyrone?
Huh?
He's wrong again. Oh, God, I hate to do this.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Wait a minute, can I say something? Tyrone is, yes, they do have a look. They do. Let's don't sit here. I'm not finished. Tyrone is right on that. But that is not how they identified them. Sarge is right. They had meticulous records of who was who.
Okay,
and
Howard.
They had meticulous records of.
Can I say this?
Wait a minute. Let me. Howard, just look. Howard, look at.
I'm trying to get to a particular point.
And not my opinions.
Well, Howard, look at the YouTube. Look at it. Okay, let me say this real quick.
Hitler's, and I haven't say anything. I mean, you guys just get to ramble on and just say nothing.
Well, I just want him to look at the YouTube.
Or do you want to have facts? You just want to make whatever you want to believe what you want to believe.
Okay, I just want him to look at the YouTube, and I got a picture of what Jews look like.
All right, whatever. Just let me know when I can say something, okay?
As soon as I get finished saying this, if you look at the YouTube, if you look at the YouTube pictures,
how they look.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm saying, was there a process? What about the term that we use? Show me your papers. Was that part of the process?
Well, yeah, of course
also?
they went and verified them like that.
That's
in
what I was trying.
In foreign countries, it was. You guys would listen to me. I'll tell you how they did it. You don't want to listen to me because I'm right all the time.
All right,
hate it.
go ahead, bro. God dang.
All right, listen to me. First of all, there's a book called Hitler's Jewish Soldiers. If you're interested in the topics, you should get it and read it because there were numerous Jews that served in the German army, and they were drafted as Jews, like they were quarter Jews, and they were German citizens, and they were subject to conscription. And they served in the German army until 1942 or early 1943, I believe, when then the German army decided to kick them out. But they were in the German army. Many of them were decorated and all that stuff with appropriate decorations for serving in the Polish campaign, the French campaign, the Balkans, the Netherlands, Crete, and the early stages of Operation Barbarossa in the Soviet Union. Now, there was even one guy who was considered a model Aryan German soldier. He was on the posters for the recruiting thing. And they put him on there. He looked like your typical blonde Aryan German. He was half Jewish. So they did make mistakes sometimes. It was very embarrassing. They had to try to cover it all up. But they did have a systemized way of going about it. And in foreign countries, obviously, they would access whatever records they had when they conquered and occupied the country. They would go to the areas, because remember, in Poland, Jews were very much ghettoized in much the same manner as they were in many other places in Europe. They would isolate those towns and regions, seal them off, and then go in there and make sure they identified everybody that was a Jew and gave them an identity card and an armband they had to wear with a yellow star on it, just like they did in Germany.
All right, so wait a minute, hold on.
Served very well to identify them to the German authorities.
Okay, Sarge, cool out. Who's this unknown caller? Okay, can I control the goddamn show? I'm trying.
I'm talking forever. I just filibuster like y'all do. I don't.
Sarge, I'm hosting a goddamn show. Calm the fuck down. Who's this unknown caller?
That's me, Big OC.
What's up, Big OC?
Chilling. I'm just trying to get you to clarify something. You said you can tell Jews by the way they look.
I can.
Some of them.
And look, this is what I'm going to avoid, though. Wait a minute, hold on, Sarge. This is what I'm going to avoid on this show here. I'm not going to describe them because that would be considered, but they've got distinct features that I can tell.
Okay.
Oh, is that like black people got big lips and big noses?
Yeah, shit like that.
No, that's don't do that.
Is that true? Is that true?
My question is,
all black people got big lips and big noses, huh?
Can some Jews pass as white, Tyrone?
Okay, go ahead. Let me listen to Big OC. Go ahead.
But do some Jews pass as white?
Yeah, the majority of them pass as white.
Then what make them Jewish then?
They're white Jews.
You're saying the majority. You saying the majority?
They're white Jews.
White? Are you saying?
I'm not applying another race to them. I'm telling you that their ethnic group can be identified by their phenotype. You understand what I'm saying?
Indiana Jones, he from where?
You can't tell a Jew when you see one.
Indiana Jones is Jew. But I didn't know.
Do you mean Harrison Ford?
Damn it! I mean Indiana Jones.
Damn it!
Let me look up Harrison Ford. Let me see if I can tell Harrison Ford.
Now, Sarge, you do understand in your great wisdom, Sarge, why everybody was laughing, don't you? Because you white.
Yes, I understand.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
My responses are somewhat circumscribed around here.
Listen, Harrison Ford is on the screen right now, and that's a damn Jew, and I could tell it immediately.
Yeah, yes, he's admitted to it. You're right. So what?
You can tell.
I can tell he's a Jew.
Oh, before he said it, you knew it, huh?
No, I'm looking at his picture now. I can tell.
Yeah, now you do with hindsight.
You
wouldn't have done it before. He didn't look Jewish to me.
But Joe Hansen, the name kind of give it away there.
How about Paul Newman? Does Paul Newman look Jewish?
You don't want to say. You don't want to say it, Tyrone. You don't want to say
Paul
it.
Newman does. He does. Paul Newman does.
It's one really distinct feature. You don't want to say it, do you?
I'm not saying it, and you ain't neither. I'm not gonna say it.
You lose the channel. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not gonna say it.
Well, you're right. We shouldn't say it for that reason, but I do believe there are distinctive features that are common to many Jews because of their Semitic heritage, which frequently involves Arabs and others, and it gives them those distinctive features. There's nothing wrong with it. I know we got to be cool because of this goddamn YouTube shit. But look, as anthropologically, Ashkenazi Jews in particular are Jews who are Semitic, and they are considered anthropologically, for the most part, Caucasian.
Yeah, they white. I mean, shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask Sarge a question.
Caucasian for the most part.
Polish. They look Polish.
I want to ask,
like from the places they came from.
I want to ask Sarge a question. This is something that you might know that I can't seem to like the Nazis hated Eastern Europeans. That never made why because they're not considered what was that they brought shit?
Slavic. They're the Slavic peoples they considered as Untermensch. They were just subhuman somewhat, even if they weren't Jews.
Okay.
I mean, they looked upon the Slavic people as people they would have to exterminate or remove so they could settle the Ukraine in particular and much of Western Europe with German settlers. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to settle that region with Germans. And they wanted to get rid of the Slavs, except the ones they needed to be their serfs and their slaves.
Okay, and another question. Like during the time when we were having a lot of immigration over in Ellis Island, and the United States had kind of started, they had that going on too. I think it was the Eastern Europeans. They didn't want as many of them to come, and they used to say that they were suffering from all types. I forget the term they used to call them. They were imbeciles and different things like that.
Yeah,
the United States
they didn't want some people from them stands.
Yeah, they said the same thing about people from Southern Europe too, Sicily, Italy, the Balkans. There was a lot of discrimination against Europeans from the south. They mainly wanted Europeans from England, Sweden, Scandinavia, the northern parts of Europe to come over. They were really skeptical of the southern Europeans, particularly people from Italy and Sicily, and even Ireland to some extent, but not as much as Sicily and Italy and Romania and Hungary and all of those regions in the southwest part of Europe.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Hey, Sarge, is Kirk Douglas a Jew?
Go ahead.
What?
Is Kirk Douglas a Jew?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was, yes. He didn't make any bones about it. I mean, he said he was.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Your Jewish knowledge is.
I mean, there were some Jews who try to hide it. Kirk Douglas changed his name because his name was a identifiably Polish name that he thought wouldn't get him very far in Hollywood. That's why he changed it. But he never made any bones about being Jewish if anybody asked him.
Okay, Sarge, your Jewish knowledge.
Tony Curtis was too.
What about that dude Simon? That what's that that music dude that got that damn show?
Paul Simon, yeah, he's Jewish.
I didn't say.
Yeah,
Paul,
you can tell that.
Not Paul Simon. The dude that has the damn. Is it America's Got Talent? What's that damn?
Oh,
show?
you mean I think he is. I'm not sure about him though. I think he is.
Simon Cowell.
Who?
Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell?
Oh. What's his name? Simon what? I think he's Jewish, yeah.
Cowell, yeah.
Man, this is my question. During the Holocaust, were there thousands of Jews that were able to hide their identities, turn to Christians or go to Catholic churches, start praying different, and mix in with white folks and get away?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all I need to know. They white
yes.
folks.
Yep. Big time.
And not only that, I read a story of a couple actually joined the SS. One of them said he joined not only just the SS, he joined the Waffen SS, the Das Reich division, which was one of the elite German formations, and he got away with it. And he said the reason he went there is they wouldn't look for him there. He was certain that once he got in, he'd never be looked for there. And he said he was tight with all of his guys. He said they were guys who would die for each other. But he said if they found out he was a Jew, they would have hung him from the nearest tree.
Hey, that reminds me. You know what? That reminds me, Sarge. If there was like a race war, not saying it'd ever be one, but if there was a race war in your time, would you participate?
I might be forced to. I might not have no other choice.
What side?
Which side though?
I mean, a race war is kind of hard to avoid.
Hold on.
Swept up in it.
Hold on, nigga. Which side you on?
Why did you ask me what I'm going to voluntarily do?
No, you on the Scottish side or you on the nigga side? Which side?
I'm going to be on the side of the Constitution and the people who are right. Whoever
Is he gonna
that
play?
is. And I will make that decision.
Is he gonna play Rover?
Let me fucking answer the question put to me. I will make that determination at the time the shit goes down.
Howard, during the race war, he gonna be on the side of the company.
Negro, you don't speak for me, motherfucker. You speak for your goddamn self.
No, OC.
Okay, listen, we got to do one at a
bro.
time. You got to do one at a
Tell
time.
that motherfucker trying to speak for me.
Listen, let's explore this question. Now, hold on. If it's a race war, right? Both sides are going to be doing some unlawful stuff because it is a race war. So the Constitution going to be on both sides, sorry. So now, wait a minute, hold on. So now you're going to have to choose a side based off of race. So which side are you going to be?
Everybody's not going to be going down with the racial angle. Everybody won't be. Many will be. Everybody won't. Probably the majority.
No, I'm trying to make the question.
Or what other angle is there?
Sorry.
What other angle is there in a
Sorry,
race war?
listen.
Man, let me answer for myself.
You already answered, and I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to reword it.
Clarify.
And it sounds
You're right.
dumb as hell.
Everybody's not going to be down with the race shit. Many people will.
Okay, but
Not everybody.
what I'm trying to express to you, if it's a race war, like the hypothetical, then both sides are going to be doing some illegal stuff, and both sides are going to be both sides are going to be doing some constitutional stuff, right? So you're going to have to choose a side based off of race, and I'm asking.
I'm going to make that determination based on what I see when it happens. Like you said, it's going to be all mixed up. I'm going to have to make my own determination at that time.
This shit sounds diabolical. This nigga's delusional.
Negro, you know, you want an answer from me you thought you could corner me on, and you can't, Negro. You ain't that smart. You're too stupid to do it. So if you can't corner me, you have to accept my answer for what it is.
So, but listen, you would assume that you would choose the side that you most identify with, right?
Law and order and the Constitution would identify.
I'm saying both of those things are out the window. We know both of them are doing some right stuff, both of them doing some wrong stuff.
So you're saying nobody's going to believe it anymore. It's going to be just one.
Well, wait a minute, Tyrone. Tyrone, hold on.
But if that's true.
Hold on. Now, far be it for me to protect or defend Sarge, but let's just explore a thought process, family.
Mm-hmm.
Sarge is in a unique situation. I imagine he probably would be an arms dealer, selling arms to both sides. Think about that. Listen to the way he talks.
No, you giving him too much goddamn credit. I don't want to know. He's going to have to choose a goddamn side.
I'm telling you, I would not be selling to both sides. You crazy. You're wrong, sir. You're wrong. You can say it all you want, but it ain't true.
But we going to get you to choose.
I'm dedicated to the side that I believe, rightly or wrongly, is on the side of the restoration of law and order and constitutional law. Whatever side that is, that's the one I'm going with.
Sounds crazy. Okay, hold on, Sarge.
Look, I don't care. I think you're crazy, but there's no point in me trying to tell a crazy man he's crazy. There's no point. A crazy person never believes he's crazy. So I tell you what I'm going to do is present my case, you present yours, and your crazy case makes no sense to nobody but you and your inner circle.
Okay, so we have a race war. You still don't know which side you be on. You trying to follow the constitutional
I already
side?
told you what side I'm on. You don't listen. You got wax in your ears. You think everybody is going to be on the side of their race. You
That's
think
your
that.
only choice. The
You
only
think
choice
that.
It's a race war, nigga.
So you're going to have a choice.
Okay, let's put it this way. Okay,
It's a race war.
Since you put it that way, now I'm going to answer it the way you put it to me.
That's the only
you
way.
want to listen, you want to keep running your yap. All right, you just put it to me. Everybody is on one side of the racial battle. There are no exceptions. Everybody's either way. I'm going to be with the black folks because I'm going to have no other choice. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, and you know it won't. It'll be mixed all over. There'll be some people on one side of it or the other. Everybody's not going to all of a sudden take a choice based on race.
Sarge dug himself out that hole, huh?
No, cause check it out, Tyrone. He's starting to dig himself closer to my hole. He's starting to dig himself closer to the hole I put him in. Just hear me out. Hear me out now. Hear me out now. God damn it, hear me out. We've been hearing you. Let's hear me out. In your failed attempt to come hang with the black folks, after you hanging with the black folks for 5 minutes and we realize what kind of scoundrel lies beneath that black skin, we gonna oust you and you just gonna have a little, listen, there you go. You gonna have a little determination and a little anger like a DC comic fucking character. You gonna switch and you gonna say, listen, hold on. Listen. You gonna switch and you gonna try to sell arms to the other side. No. I'm not done. Hold on. Listen, I'm still proliferating. You gotta hold on. And then once you get this, hey, you look like you coming closer and closer to the mad motherfucking crazy arms dealer named Sarge. Okay, so look, so you get over to them white folks and you selling arms to them, and they don't really accept you, and now you pissed off again, just like you was at the black. You pissed off, so you just said, "Fuck it." You know what? I'm gonna get rich off both these motherfuckers. I can see it in you, Sarge. I can feel it in my bones.
A definite fact.
Yeah,
I'm the one who knows better than you.
The nutty arms dealer.
What I'm going to do, and I'm telling you otherwise. Again, I know me for all of my life better than you know me, and you're going to tell me that what I'm going to do, and I know already I'm not going to do that.
You know how I know, Sarge? You know how I know?
I'm not getting out this life alive anyway, so I'd rather die for what I believe in.
A hypothetical.
I would rather die for what I believe in. I'm not
Sarge,
getting out of this life alive anyway.
Listen, Sarge, I'm going to tell you why I know what I know.
Because you're the one that's a mercenary. I'm not a mercenary.
Listen. I'm not projecting. Just listen. Because see, you immediately want to retaliate when you felt like you've been treated in harm's way. You are an immediate retaliatory man.
Who doesn't feel that way?
And it's that very thing's gonna turn you into the evil arms dealer. I'm just saying. I rest my case.
Once again, you're telling me what I know about me, and you're keep believing in all you want. You are wrong. I have a set of principles that I will never violate. Some things I will never violate. And that's one of them.
Ty, where you at, Ty?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Ty.
Go ahead, what?
Let's get this shit back on track. Goddamn it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, let's quit talking about SARS. Let's talk about something else. Shit.
I see this is headed for a knockdown drag out. We got the answers from Sarge. He tried to dig himself out. He may have or not.
I didn't have to do double thinking and backstabbing and backtracking like y'all do. I know what I believe already. You got to answer for me immediately, didn't you? I didn't have to think about it.
No, that wasn't an immediate answer. That was far from an immediate answer.
Like I said, we can do something other than talk about SARS. This is getting to be a waste of time now.
Okay, shit. I don't know. I was just listening. Let me see what we can talk about.
And we talk about Trump again. Why you love talking about Trump? Tell me what Adolf Hitler is. Let's talk about him again.
Okay,
now
let's
talk about the rest of the operation. With a whole lot of shit. SARS don't do. I'm a retiree. I ain't got no control or authority over nobody but the people in my house and my dog. So look, I don't know why you're so concerned about me. Look, we talk about a whole lot of other shit that matters more.
I got one, Tyrone. Melania Trump comes out of nowhere with a statement that today she gonna have shit.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
with
a good
Jeffrey
one.
Epstein. How about that one? If you want to play some excerpts or read some of that shit, Tyrone. Why would she do that shit? I don't know.
I don't know. She lied about the whole thing. She was lying the whole time.
It sound like that thing that got on her about Epstein. She been trying to shake it ever since. Ever since she sued Michael Wolff, she been trying to shake that.
What possesses the First Lady of the United States to have a fucking press conference and say, I don't know this pedophile? What possesses you to do that? How much evidence is out there then that says you were if you have to go and make a goddamn press conference about it?
Well, the thing is, Donald Trump, when he replaced Bondi, the new guy is trying to shut everything down, right? So he's saying there's no more documents, there's no more files, everything has already been looked through. But what fucks it up is Melania came out there today and she asked Congress to continue to investigate. So that kind of goes against, they kind of going against each other with that. So something must have came up. Yeah. Something must have came up to actually put Melania in a situation to where she had to come out here and try to clear her name. Even though her name is in that file in a letter talking to Ghislaine Maxwell, talking about how much she loved her and when they're going to see each other again and all that kind of bullshit. In her speech today, she just kind of said she barely knew them. She just seen them in passing. They was at a couple of parties together and all that kind of shit. There's something going on with Melania. Because I know the origin of Melania. What's that dude, Midas Touch, Ben Marcellus, he years ago, he did a expose on Melania on how she was like one of them foreign travel brides or whatever the fuck, and this dude at a club, introduced her and Donald Trump, and that's how they actually met. And then somehow another down the road.
When you say foreign travel bride, can you say it right? She was a whore.
Yeah, that's what she is. She's a goddamn whore. That's what she was.
Yeah, just say it right, Tyrone. Don't give her
the
special damn treatment.
Google, that is their personal opinion. Google does their personal
she's a hoe. Listen. It's the history of Donald Trump to mess with people like that. I mean, come on. Why would Melania be any different?
But the thing that's odd about that is that most men, like back when he met her, and I'm going to say most men of his stature, they wouldn't make those women their wives. So that speaks volumes of him.
Well, he was married before Melania, right?
Yeah.
2 times, yes, 2 times.
So I don't
remember his first wife accused him of raping her.
Yeah. And then listen. Allegedly, the wife that fell down the steps and died. Somebody said that Donald Trump did that. Allegedly.
Well, Ty, this is another first. Lisa brought up a first. Now we got the first lady, the first lady that come out and had to distance herself from a goddamn pedophile ring.
That's crazy.
Another first.
That's a first. That's a first. It is a first. That she had to come out and distance herself from that. Oh, and remember, the second wife was cheating with him on the first wife, and I remember I was a child when all this was going on. She, because they had it on all of the shows, the 2020 and all of those shows. I was a child. Yeah, Mona Maples. And she came out, but they was all at a ski resort, and she came out, and so in a sense, his wife and children were there, and was telling her that, sort of, I got your man, we doing this. It was a big mess at some rich people's ski resort. And then that ended the marriage, and then he ended up marrying Marla, and then they had the daughter. I don't know, I can't think of her name. And whatever went on with that didn't last. Then he got with Melania. So I don't know much about his first wife, but he has some. I don't know much about what's her Ivana Trump. I don't know much about her, where they met. But
she didn't tell his story because part of her settlement with Donald was the NDA for her not to talk about their marriage. So she's never ever came out and said
this. I just want to put that out there to y'all. Somebody quiet about this shit.
Hey, hold on. Hey, real quick, y'all. Did y'all know Africa Bambaataa passed?
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah. Fruity Bambaataa passed.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
I just want everybody to play Planet Rock before they go to sleep.
Rock, Planet Rock. But yeah,
didn't he have some trouble? Didn't he have some trouble? Africa Bambaataa. He had some trouble.
Yeah, no, he was playing with them little boys when they was young.
Yeah, he got some PDF. He got some PDF.
He'll file.
Hey, but Tyrone, they excoriated Barack Obama for Jeremiah Wright. They ran his name through the dirt so much for a preacher who made a statement. Now, here we are these years later, and we got a president that's involved with a pedophile in the war, and probably the biggest pedophile ring in the history of mankind, and can't get Trump. What the fuck? What?
I told you, it's a cult, man. It's a cult. That's why you hear Sarge and ABC and those folks defending that dude like that, man.
Yeah, because you know what, man? When you sit back and think about it, why they talk about Michelle Obama so bad? Like she wasn't out there doing good? Because the woman that's in there now, I ain't heard her put 2 paragraphs together.
She can't. She can't even speak English. And she before she came into the White House, she laying all up in magazines naked and nude and shit, showing that old crusty ass, pale ass, nasty ass body. Just nasty. Filthy.
Hey, don't forget she stole Michelle Obama's speech.
She sure did, word for word.
I think she was set up. I think her staff set up her staff, they set her up to do that. But if she was smart, she would have been able to pick up on that. I think she was set up because she just pick up a speech and just say, I'm gonna switch up 1 or 2 words. That was just the stupidest thing. I think she was set up.
Well,
I
saw this. I saw this on the net today. It was saying that they asked for Obama's paperwork all this time. We need to see Melania's. How did she qualify for that damn Epstein?
Einstein visa.
Einstein visa. I got Epstein. Epstein. Yeah. How did she qualify for the goddamn
She did
Einstein?
qualify for the Epstein visa. You was right.
Yeah, definitely. We need to see some paperwork on that, Sarge. You need to see some paperwork. Think you maybe
Paperwork
should
is on
travel.
file with the Immigration and Naturalization Service when she was naturalized. Go make a Freedom of Information Act request for it, and you might just get it.
Yeah, we need to see that like people wanted to see birth.
Freedom of Information Act request. If you're interested, be my guest. I ain't interested.
Why are you not interested?
Because you are, and you want to make a mountain out of that molehill. I'm not interested, sir. When you find out something interesting, because you are interested in it, let me know.
Some niggas
Sarge, what was your biggest complaint? What was your biggest complaint about Michelle Obama?
She hates the United States and is contempt for it and most of its people.
Oh God.
She's a cripter.
You're in the cult.
She's turned people away from the University of Chicago Hospital because they didn't have health insurance. That was her job.
So,
well,
let
me show you. Let me show you.
How many reasons you want me to give?
Let me show you.
Listen to me, or are you just going to keep talking over me? Are you going to listen to me? You don't want to listen to me, do you?
I don't.
I thought that was a disingenuous question, but I decided I'd try to answer it anyway.
I said I don't.
Okay, so let me hold on.
Conversation is over.
Let me show you how eloquent this Michelle Obama is. I want you to listen to this lady.
Believe me, if Donald Trump is president again, at some point or another, that ugliness will touch all of our lives. And it will not matter what you look like, how you worship, who you love, or how you vote. If you don't make 6 or 8 or 12 figures, if you're not famous, if you criticize or disagree with him in any way, if he doesn't view you as his equal or relevant to his ambitions, I promise you, he will not think about you when he gets into the Oval Office.
The black female Nostradamus. She just told everybody.
Sounds like a prophetess.
Yeah.
Sounds like a prophetess.
she told everybody that all this shit was gonna go on.
Whatever.
And it went on. And it went on. It's going on.
Oh, and by the way, I got something for you, Alicia. I got something for you.
Go ahead.
Okay, I know you're interested in this stuff, so I'm gonna tell it to you, and you can. I'm sure you'll look it up because it is a fascinating story. The book I was talking about is The Lives of Hitler's Jewish Soldiers.
Nigga trying to change.
The author is, look, I'm talking to her, not you. You're an ignoramus, and you want to stay ignorant. She wants to learn. So I'm going to tell her, and you can put your hands over your fucking ears. All right, so again, Sister Alicia, the name of the book is The Lives of Hitler's Jewish Soldiers. The author is Brian Mark Rigg. And one of the things you will find very interesting in this is what we were talking about a little while ago, is the fact that in Germany, you get a certificate. And it was called the Deutsch Blutige Erklärung. It was a declaration of German blood, even if you were a Jew. And it was awarded to those Germans who had gotten like Iron Crosses or wounded in battle or did some service to the German state, even though they were Jews. So even Jews declared not Jews under the crazy racial laws of the Nazi state. I mean, and South Africa got a lot of that shit when it came to racial classification from Nazi Germany, the Nuremberg laws.
Yeah. Okay, I just marked
anyway,
it on my.
It's really a very fascinating book. There's a lot of stories in there that sound unbelievable, but they're well documented.
I just marked it under my to read list on Amazon. So thank you.
I know you will find it interesting. I know you will because you're a historian of the period, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of good information in it.
Hey, y'all remember
definitely gonna sit down.
Y'all remember I was telling you about the MAGA, Alex Jones and Marjorie Taylor Greene is going after Donald Trump. Well, look like on Truth Social right here, he just struck back at everybody. He said, I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones have all been fighting with me for years, especially the fact that they think that it's wonderful for Iran. the number one state sponsoring terrorism to have nuclear weapons because they have one thing in common: low IQs. So he just called all of them low IQs. They are stupid people. They know it. Their families know it. And everyone else knows it. Two, look at their past records. They don't have what it takes. And it never did. They've all been thrown off of television, lost their shows, or aren't even invited to TV because no one cares about them. They are nut jobs, troublemakers, and will say anything necessary for free, cheap publicity. Now they think that they can get some clicks because they have third-rate podcasts and nobody's talking about them, and their views are opposite MAGA. Or I wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. MAGA agrees with me, and just gave CNN 100% approval rating of Trump. Not hand-flailing fools like Tucker Carlson, who couldn't even finish college. He was a broken man when he got fired from Fox. He's never been the same. Perhaps he should see a good psychiatrist, or Megyn Kelly, who is the nastiest. What'd she say? Who nastily asked me the now famous only Rosa O'Donnell question, or crazy Candace Owens, who accused highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she's not, and will hopefully win a lot of money in an ongoing lawsuit. Actually, to me, the First Lady of France is far more beautiful woman than Candace Owens. In fact,
like they accused Michelle of being a man. These niggas are so.
In fact,
that's Trump wrote that, right?
In fact, it's not. Yeah, Trump posted it. In fact, it's not even close. Or bankrupt Alex Jones, who said some of the dumbest things, lost his entire fortune, as he should have, for his horrendous attack on the families of Sandy Hook shootings, ridiculously claiming it was a hoax. These so-called pundits are losers, and they always will be. Now, fake news CNN, the failing New York Times, and all of the radical left news organizations are hailing them and giving them positive press for the first time. They're not MAGA, they're losers, just trying to latch on to MAGA. As president, I could get them on my side at any time I wanted to, but when they call, I don't return their calls because I'm too busy on the world and country affairs. Okay? After a few times, they go nasty, just like Marjorie Taylor Brown, Marjorie Trader Brown. No one, no, but I no longer care about that stuff. I only care about doing the right thing for the country.
A fourth grader.
MAGA
writes like a fucking fourth grader.
MAGA is winning, and the strength. MAGA is winning and strength in not allowing Iran to have a nuclear weapon. MAGA is about making America great again. These people have no idea how to do that, but I do, because the United States is now the hottest country anywhere in the world. President Donald J. Trump. So what he did was he just went out and called out all of the people that got him in the office, the Megyn Kellys and the Alex Jones and the Tucker Carlsons. He going back at them people now. This is crazy. This is crazy. MAGA was Sarge. When you gonna fall off the goddamn wayside, Sarge? When you gonna fall off the MAGA train, Sarge?
Hello? Man,
hello.
I might even give it some consideration for the outrageous bullshit you attribute to Trump. I mean, y'all motherfuckers are so far off base on half the shit you say, it ain't even funny.
Bitch, he started.
I'm not going nowhere.
Let me check.
Tyrone Mays on the line.
Some of the things he says and writes.
Okay, hold on.
But goddamn it, as an executive, I think he's done a damn good job. He may not be the most eloquent speech maker, but as an executive, he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Hey, dumbass, he started a war for no goddamn reason. What's up, Mace?
I don't know that. That is you. We don't necessarily agree with that, sir. You think so.
He started a war for no goddamn reason. Iran was not fucking with us.
For no reason. What do you know?
Iran was not fucking with us. At all.
You don't know it. You
I
don't
do know
what
that.
they had in mind.
Okay,
He
go ahead.
doesn't consult you.
Go
he
ahead,
doesn't
mate.
consult me either.
See, this is the cult. I got to remember I'm talking to a cultist. Go ahead, Mace.
You do that, bro.
Did I hear a little Sarge say that his DNA said he's in his DNA he didn't want to deny none of what he was.
Yeah, he
but
said
when
that.
it comes to black people, he denied them all the time because he never has anything good to say. When it came to Michelle, you looking at a woman that was naked. That's what kids going to see her, as a naked woman. They're going to see Michelle as a woman with class. That one has no class. You got it confused. You're in the cult. And you see how he wanted to put that black woman down and lift that woman that ain't even American up.
Oh,
so he paid to the clown when he on here talking. He thinking about not listening to try to take over the conversation and change it to something else. You keep striking out. You're in the cult and you believe anything he tell you. Iran was not doing nothing to nobody. I'm 48 years we've been doing this. And you get it mixed up when you speaking about being a Jew. It's not about the Jews. It's about Israel. Israelis. You get it mixed up. So, little Sarge, get it together and stop hating us and find that part in you that know. And then you want to be over here talking to us. He thinks he's like them, that he can come over and say what he wants to say to us, and we're supposed to take it in and not say nothing to him. I got your number, though. So have a good one.
All right. Thank you.
I don't know what the fuck she talks about. I expect to be opposed on every single goddamn thing I say. I expect to be opposed. If I say water is wet, I expect to say that's some white supremacist scientist who says it's wet. How do they know it's really wet? I mean, I expect to be opposed on everything I say here. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. I expect opposition here. I don't expect to agree with nothing I say.
Why do you think? I'm not going to ask you no question. Hey, Tyrone, Michelle Obama in my lifetime is the most beautiful, classiest first lady in my lifetime. That's just a fact.
Oh, without a doubt.
Educated, strong. I mean, she did her thing, man. And we had people come over here and say she was a man.
Well, and if you guys don't know, she got her own podcast. She's on YouTube. Her and Barack Obama got YouTube channels, so y'all need to sign up for them or subscribe to them.
Yeah, subscribe to them. And we had people come on this show, call her a man. I don't know how many times, countless times, but they won't call a white whore a whore. That's in the same position that Michelle won't even speak on it. Want to change the motherfucking subject when there's more evidence that this was a whore. And there's no evidence that Michelle Obama was a man. But they came on here talking that shit. And then they say they look in the mirror and say they love themselves. It's a goddamn shame.
Yeah, TLC is getting her ass handed to her for reposting that dumb shit about Michelle Obama. Not TLC, but which one was that? Chili from TLC.
Yeah, she's another dumb cult member. Just like we had some dumb niggas calling Michelle a man, but they don't even want to touch that whore that's in the White House right now. Yeah, Lisa, I'm sorry, I gotta say it. She's a whore.
Well, the fact is that people like Sarge ain't never proved any of the claims that they put forward. Like, none of them. All of them just been conspiracies.
But wait for y'all to say my name now. I'll give you my case. It isn't what that fool just said it was. If you want to listen to what I've actually said, I'll be happy to tell you. You don't have to agree with me.
Oh, yeah, I'll bite. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. I don't know if Michelle Obama is a man.
Okay, you fucking up.
Now, this is more likely than not.
You started out wrong.
See, he's already interrupted me. God
because you started out wrong. You started out wrong. What do you mean you don't know if she's...
Okay, let me say again what I said.
Okay.
You asked me for what I said.
Okay,
I'm
go
going
ahead.
to tell you what I have said, whether I am right or wrong.
Okay.
You mind?
Go ahead.
You going to shut up?
I'll
You
shut up.
going to let me say something?
Go ahead.
All right, again, I don't know if she is a man or a woman. It seems to be that there is more evidence that she is a woman than she is a man. I concede that. But I have noticed several anomalies about her physique that are common more to men than women. And I'm talking about from an anthropological basis.
Okay,
now,
that's
I
enough.
will give you what they are. That is not dispositive just because I have noticed it.
Okay,
but
that's
if
enough.
you go back
Come on,
and look at the
Tyrone,
same
man.
things I
Come on,
did,
Tyrone. Stop
you
this
will
white
at
man
least have. Are you going to fucking let me finish? Or
No,
not?
we good. I got your opinion. I got your opinion. I don't need for you to.
I'm through. Okay, I'm through.
Yeah, I don't need for you to
Y'all niggas
describe
sit on here
Michelle
quiet,
Obama
like
in
the
that
nigga
way.
really saying something.
I mean, back in the day, we allowed you to go through the trouble of describing her in a certain way, but I ain't finna do that now.
Well, I didn't
Because
say what Howard said. That's the point. God damn it! I didn't say what Howard said I did.
Before he runs.
okay, so just let me ask you this one question.
Damn you to hell!
Let me ask you this one question. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this one question, Sarge. Did Michelle Obama have children?
They say she did.
So you don't know if she had children?
I've heard things that it might indicate to the contrary that they were adopted. I
So
don't know
Michelle,
about
wait a minute, hold on, wait.
You know it's true about Melania Trump, but you believe it, don't you?
So wait.
All kind of shit you say about Melania Trump that you cannot know is true.
So Sasha and Malia.
It's true whether she did or not.
Okay.
You're the one saying it's true. I'm
So-
telling you, I don't know.
So Sasha and Malia was adopted. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if they were. That's what people say. Just like the people that you know say she's a whore.
Melania is a whore. That's a fact. That's a fact.
See, now you say it's a fact. That's how full of shit you are.
This is my question.
So-
If you're willing to concede, you might be wrong.
No, Melania's a whore because she got nude pictures all on the internet and stuff. Melania's a damn whore.
She's a nude model that makes her a whore.
Yeah, that makes her a whore. That makes her a whore. She's selling her body for
I
money.
knew several women who used to pose for artwork, and they didn't sell any pussy.
So
Melania did though.
Well, I hate to add, if I may say, go ahead, Sister May.
Will you give us an analysis on your first lady, please? We want to know how you think about her. Did he run?
Am I going to be interrupted, or I may be able to finish?
I'm not going to let you sit here and talk about no black woman like that.
I'm going to be interrupted, or I can be able to finish. I'm not going to bother and entertain the answer.
Okay? Because we know what she was. And the kids know
fuck
what
it. You
she
can
was.
go ahead and blab all you want. Just keep running your chips.
Do you think she had some children?
Yes, I do.
And how many did she have? See, you don't think on that, but you know on it. That's your DNA
I know
talk.
exactly. I mean, I don't keep up with her
DNA
birth
talk-
record. I'm not a family historian.
DNA talking, you sound just like part of your DNA.
But you know,
But you don't be talking to black
those kids were adopted.
Forget that, okay?
What? Yeah, because I looked more into Obama's case than I looked into Melania's. That's why.
Why?
It's an embarrassment to the children.
I didn't look into as extensively into Melania as I did about Obama for the same reasons that you didn't look as extensively into Melania as you did into Obama.
all right, I just want to say, I just want to say that okay, I just want to say that Michelle Obama is not a man, and she did have her damn children. You can look at Sasha and Malia, and tell that one looks like their daddy and one looks like their damn mama. So I mean, this is just stupid. This is dumb. This is dumb.
I just want to, if I can,
I just wanted to categorically state she was a man. You keep saying I said it. I didn't say it. You're a liar when you say that.
You wanted to join ICE, which was stupid. We know you confused.
Damn, you keep saying it, and you're a liar every time you do.
One of his people that he like.
I didn't say that.
That's what you want to do.
I wanted to say this one more thing.
Can I say this directly to Sarge? I want to say this
Hey, hold
directly
on.
to Sarge.
Let me say this real.
There's more evidence that Melania was a whore than there is that Michelle Obama is a man. That's
this time.
I think I got more evidence
at this time.
And you stopped me before I could give my evidence. I noticed
Excuse
that too.
me, sir. Excuse me.
No, I'm not going to have you sit up here and
tell you what I believe. Tyrone there cut me off.
Yeah, listen. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I'm not gonna have you sit up here and describe Michelle as a man with her features. I'm not finna do that. I ain't finna listen to that shit. And you ain't finna do it on here.
All right,
you ain't finna. You listen to what the hell I'm saying. I'm not done. I'm not done. I am not done. I am not done. I am not done. You're not gonna talk about her fingers. You're not gonna talk about her.
That's what I mean.
Okay, I'm not finna do this shit. I'm not finna do this shit.
I got actual evidence, but you don't want to hear me.
Okay, that's not evidence. That's stupid.
Well,
and I'm not
I
gonna sit there and listen to you talk about her fingers.
I have evidence on Melania.
Evidence. It doesn't mean it's true.
Hold on, no. I want to back up Howard's argument. I have evidence on Melania. It was words spoken by the autobiographer of Jeffrey Epstein. He was actually doing an autobiography of Jeffrey Epstein about his life at the time of his death. And he stated that Epstein told him himself that he had Melania a whole year before Donald Trump had Melania. Now, you find in Michelle Obama's records where she screwed Barack's homeboy a year before she married Barack or gave Barack the booty. Tell me who the hoe is. Tell me
That's
who
not hearsay.
You got hearsay.
It's a biography, motherfucker.
You said it was proof. You said that's not proof. That's hearsay.
Pictures are not
hearsay. It can be introduced as evidence and say a civil trial, but it's not proof.
They were put out by Putin. And he got
literally hearsay, and he's telling me it's proof.
No. There is no hearsay.
It is hearsay, motherfucker! Somebody told him, nigga! That's hearsay, stupid!
We're not going to sit here and listen. You see how hard he's fighting for that blonde whore? He's fighting hard for this blonde whore.
On the you have gray or whatever color.
When somebody gives you second-hand information, that's hearsay, you dumb motherfucker!
Hey, Tyrone, you finna crash out over this blonde whore. You finna crash out over this blonde whore.
Motherfuckers who are literally anti-factual.
Okay, so hold on for a minute. Let me share this with the people. Y'all hush. Listen, Mama's Boy referred to an autobiographer, right? And here it is. An autobiography is considered a primary source because it is first-hand account of a person's life written by that person, and it serves as an original direct evidence of their experience and thoughts. So
it's not direct evidence, it's hearsay.
It's not. Well, let me talk to Mama's Boy. Hold on. You talking about Wolf, right? Michael Wolf or whatever his name is?
That is absolutely correct. And so he's taking.
I'm not talking to you, Sarge. Shut up.
I thought I was talking. I thought I was fucking talking. Somehow I thought my motherfucking lips was moving. Instead, this motherfucker lips moving. What the fuck is this?
Obama sucked his dick, or he sucked his dick. Was that direct evidence, or was that hearsay? When the first person says it.
Well, Sarge, you really don't want to fuck with me on this subject. You don't want to fuck with me on this subject, Sarge.
You don't want to fuck with me on this either. You just want to babble, and you want
now, if I may finish, Tyrone. If I may finish, Tyrone. Now, Michael Wolf is the reason why it works, Tyrone, is because as an autobiographer, you're taking a person's first-hand experience, and you're actually annotating it. You're writing it down.
Why you can't let it finish, Sarge?
If he watched him fuck her, that's direct evidence.
That's why you saw her coming through like she was the president, because she getting ready to get caught.
Sarge, come on, man. Everybody know Melania was a mail order bride, man. Just calm the fuck down.
I mean,
you don't want to have a problem with it.
This ain't no secret. This ain't no secret.
Everybody knows she's a mail order bride. You don't want to have a problem with it.
And you know what, Tyrone? Another thing. Sarge acts like circumstantial evidence is a bad thing. You know, some.
Sarge, come on, man.
Hold on. Because just like,
boy, he get mad about that white woman, boy.
No, listen to me. Because I'm
He
fixing to
get pissed
tell
off
on
by
you
that
why
white
you
woman,
always
boy.
bring it up. So be quiet. This is why Sarge always brings circumstantial evidence up.
I got you motherfuckers by the hook.
You get mad
See,
about that
he
white
talking.
woman,
He
don't
know,
you? That
he
white
know I'm
woman get
finna
you
hit him with
riled
a
up.
whammy, Sarge. That's why he keep talking. So some circumstantial evidence is permitted in court, Tyrone. Some circumstantial evidence, some secondhand conversation is admissible in court, and Sarge don't ever want to put that part out. He wants to use it as a cudgel.
Sorry,
try
come
to
on,
catch
man.
you and stuff. And let me finish. See, that's why you're talking, because you know I'm driving it in your fucking chest, nigga. I'm sticking that knife in your chest, nigga. Yeah, say ow. Okay, so he always want to use that. He always want to bring it up as if he's saying something so profound. He's not saying anything profound if you know that fact. That some circumstantial evidence, some secondhand conversation is admissible in court. So the very conversation that Michael Wolff had with Jeffrey Epstein, that is a direct conversation he's having with a person. That's admissible. That's circumstance or secondhand or whatever you want to call it. It's admissible in court.
Boy, he get mad about that white woman, don't he?
An exception under the hearsay rule unless it fits a specific category. You're wrong, sir.
See, now he wants to argue now, Tyrone. I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
You go over there with your ICE people and whoever you want. You don't care what
Boy,
you got to say.
you really getting angry. You really getting angry about that white woman, Sarge. What the fuck?
You see how upset he getting?
I ain't angry. I'm trying to get a word in edgeways. That's why I'm yelling.
Okay, so here's the question to you. Here's the question: was Melania a mail order bride or wasn't she?
I don't know. You say that you know. Why don't you tell me why she was?
She was, because she used to work for this organization, and where's she from? Slovenia or whatever the fuck. And they used to ship them girls over here to these goddamn rich ass people, and then they used to have parties.
What organization? And in what capacity did she work for them?
You know. You tell us.
I don't know. You said, motherfucker. I'm saying, God damn you. Shut the fuck up. I'm asking Tyrone, not you, you stupid cunt.
Don't be doing that now.
Organization she worked for, and what did you do? What did she do for them?
Okay, you gotta watch what your name calling there, buddy.
Only thing
this stupid motherfucker apple is too goddamn much.
You got just like them shoes he was wearing.
Go ahead,
wearing
Elise.
boots. Remember that? He was wearing boots, but he had on shoes. And you lie, you don't do much. Lie. And you think somebody needs to listen to what you gotta say?
I'm sorry, I can't bear this. I'm losing IQ points just listening to this fool. I can't do. I ain't got that much fun. Good night.
Okay.
Tyrone.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I don't think Melania was a mail order bride.
She was.
I think she was sent. No, not mail order bride. Look up the difference. I think she was sent over here. It's like one of them working girls with these rich people and stuff over here. I think that's what she was. Because the people who are looking for mail order brides, they're looking for wives. And I don't think that was her job. I think that was her job, in a sense, like a comfort woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, she was a foreign. She was an international. Well, she want no mail order. If she want no mail order bride, if she want no mail
a working woman.
If she wasn't no mail order bride, if she wasn't no mail order bride, she was an international hold-in. That's what she was.
A comfort woman. That's what I mean. I'm trying to use different words.
Why would you say comfort woman? Why would you say comfort woman?
Why would I say comfort woman? Google that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
I don't think y'all thinking deep enough. I don't think y'all thinking deep enough.
I'm trying to.
I love you to death, Sister Lisa, but you trying to give her a soft pillow to lay her
head. I don't think you're thinking deep enough, sister.
Okay, no, I am. I'll explain to you what a comfort woman is.
No, I think it's deeper than that. I think it's deeper than that.
No, it's a comfort woman.
She was a working woman. She was slanging that coochie. I mean, that's
the same thing. It's the same thing.
Hey, no, but see, this is the reason why.
Let me read.
Go ahead.
Okay, how about let me just read it? A comfort women were an estimated I'm just telling you, this is going back 200 to 400,000 women and girls, primarily like from Korea. I was trying to clean the language up. Primarily from Korea, China, Philippines, and other countries, trafficked into sexual slavery. And that's what they called them, comfort women, whores. I was trying to clean it up. I thought everybody had heard the term comfort woman. And I was trying not to say, I was trying not to say whore. I was trying not to say whore and prostitute. That's why I used the term comfort woman. They're hired and they work to bring comfort
I think,
men.
I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I said, I don't think you're thinking deep enough. You talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Listen to me.
I know.
You talking about Jeffrey Epstein? I'm not really arguing with you. I'm actually consumed with what you saying and more.
Sister Lisa's trying to be nice. She's being nice and trying to clean up the language. She's a woman.
Man, that girl was groomed and trafficked. That girl was a valuable piece to him. And Donald Trump probably begged him, give me a wife. And Epstein probably said, okay, I got one for you. And he went and pulled her out. She was probably a designer broad that he put on motherfuckers and, would compromise. She was probably one of them compromise broads.
She didn't meet him through Epstein. She met him through one of Epstein's homies. She was involved in that rich man thing where she was a comfort woman, quotation, for rich men. And she got introduced.
I'm saying a willing participant. I'm taking the I'm being made to do it out of
Why
it.
You gotta say comfort woman when this nigga over here is calling this damn black woman a fucking man.
See, you wanna know why? I can explain. Let me. You don't have to. Let me explain why. Y'all said trafficked and all of that. That's what comfort women are. And the reason I changed, I didn't say whore and prostitute. Comfort women were women and girls into sexual slavery this was a time period. The reason I chose that is to clean it up a little bit for Google so it's not to lose channel. Y'all get it?
Got you. I guess I'm gonna go get me a comfort woman tonight. That sounds
a comfort woman is a person that is used and sold and trafficked for sexual gratification to men. They traffic from here to there.
I get it. Hey, you softening it up like the word cuddle buddy. Remember cuddle buddy?
Yeah.
Y'all remember cuddle buddy?
Yeah, that's an old term.
The
I'm
cuddle
trying
buddy
to save Tyrone's channel. Because I remember we kept losing channel after channel. That's why I said comfort woman. Then if everybody types in what's a comfort woman,
wait a minute.
You'll see that it's
trying to say the channel, but you got 15 niggas on here going against me.
Yeah, but they're going against me because they weren't familiar with the term comfort woman. I just expect everybody would Google it and see that everything y'all saying, that's a comfort woman.
I believe what you're saying it says. I believe that, but
Mama's boy.
I can say it without getting the channel flag, but I can I'm gonna be a little bit more distinct without getting the channel flag. I'm smart enough to do that.
Calling a hoe is gonna get the channel flag.
It might could.
There ain't no telling what YouTube do. But I just don't like the idea. I just don't like the idea no more at this point in time of actually identifying Michelle Obama that way and critiquing her like that. That's just stupid at this point. That's just dumb.
That's what I'm saying. This nigga want to talk about fingers and shit and all this shit. We got pictures of this comfort woman and all and man, that shit is frustrating.
Yeah, that just tell you how hypocritical white America is, because Melania just laid all out and pictured with her with her no ass out, with her flat ass just off splurred out all over the fucking world so the world can see. Vladimir Putin is laughing at her nasty ass, naked. This is just disgusting. This is a nasty ass white woman that most likely got, sent over here for pleasure, and Donald Trump paid a lot of money for her. That's just what the hell happened.
And paid for that damn Epstein visa. And we got a president that married a fucking whore. I mean, this is crazy. And we up here arguing, y'all. We mad at
and it's not far fetched either, because look at he had to pay Stormy Daniels $30,000 or whatever, so it's not far fetched. So I mean, he got a habit of this shit.
But I'm saying, how we mad at each other, arguing at each other with Sarge and shit? The evidence is out there. We gotta.
Well, that dude's a cultist, man. I'm trying to tell you, Sarge, there's something wrong with him. He's got cult mind. He cannot have a reasonable, logical conversation about any topic when it pertains to Trump.
He tie himself up in knots trying to defend that shit.
Yeah, he's gone, man. You can't have a logical conversation with that guy no more about Trump, man. None whatsoever.
We got niggas in the chat room championing this comfort woman, ABC. This is crazy as shit. Like, this is where we are, y'all. It's where we are. Michelle Obama on the left, the comfort woman on the right, and we arguing about. This is crazy.
Wait a minute, y'all can. Wait a minute. Let me say this. Y'all call her whatever y'all want to call her. Me being the only woman on the line, I decided to clean it up myself. That's all. Y'all can call her. Go ahead and call her.
Ain't nobody taking that away from you, sis. Ain't nobody taking that.
No,
go ahead.
Y'all go
ahead, call her whatever y'all want to call. That is just what I try. Being the only woman on here, I wanted to try to clean it up. All kind of stuff coming out of my mouth. I'm trying not to do that. So that's why I chose to
respect that. And I've been using comfort woman. That's a new term.
You don't have to call her who. Call her who. I don't care.
But
I don't care.
Saying, but no, at least I'm saying the situation. How is this even a discussion, a comparison between the two women?
There is no comparison. There is no comparison.
There is no comparison.
No comparison.
Hands down, Michelle is way out. I mean, she outpaced that crazy ass
walking away, Tyrone. Walking away.
Yeah, there's no comparison.
Like,
Michelle outpaced a lot of them. She outpaced a lot of them first ladies.
Exactly.
Because Jackie O was kind of she wasn't a comfort woman, but she did her thing. You had Hillary, who's an evil somebody. Other than, I would say, Barbara Bush and W, his wife, that probably was okay. But Michelle outpaced all of them.
No. Them Bush's wife was racist.
Is a goddamn man. Barbara.
They were what?
Racist.
If you want to say anybody has some man qualities, look at Barbara Bush. That shit.
Barbara Bush do look like a full-blown nigga.
A full-blown football player.
I'm talking about education-wise, Barbara Bush.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, I'll give them credit. I give them credit.
Hold on, y'all done fucked up. Wasn't no first lady uglier than Nancy Reagan. I'm sorry if y'all think so, but that nigga looked like an alien up in that bitch with that big ass head. She remind me of the queen.
I'll give Elisa credit.
With your head.
Yeah, all those other first ladies, Elisa, was first ladies. They was eloquent and they held the office with dignity. So I'll give you that with the other first ladies.
That's all I'm saying. I know Michelle outpaced all of them. I'm just saying for education-wise, Barbara, W. White, she was educated. I'm not sure how much
Reagan ugly ass.
Jackie O had a lot of whorish ways, but some of the things that she's done. But, they still held a position with dignity.
Yeah.
They still held dignity.
I'm saying, though, when we sitting here and got to listen to a man try to compare those two first ladies, Michelle and the comfort woman. To me, it's crazy to even have that discussion like that.
Yeah, there's no comparison.
One is trash and one is a treasure. What the fuck?
Exactly. There's no comparison. And deep down, that's why they're angry, because they know that. They won't say it, but they know it.
They know it. You're right. They absolutely know it.
Hey, and they was getting mad. They was getting mad when people were talking about, they were telling their children to be like the president or Barack Obama. They didn't want white folks telling their kids to be like Barack Obama.
But here's the thing. Michelle was so classy, so impeccable. They had to make up shit that niggas come to us with.
Ain't that some shit?
Look at the phalanges.
It goes for Michelle. It goes for Michelle and Barack. Everything that we hear about them is made up, and we're telling the truth.
It's not a light thing. It's always this super incredible fuck. Barack Obama got his dick sucked by a gay man. Michelle Obama's a man. It's got to be some extraordinary shit that makes you, if you got sense, know it's bullshit when you hear it. But these niggas believe it.
And Michelle was so fierce that she was Barack's supervisor when they was doing their law thing before he got into politics. She was his supervisor.
And you know what?
That's just
let me ask you this, Alicia. Michelle is what, about 5'9", 5'10"? She's a tall woman now. What's she at? About 5?
Something like that. I don't think she hasn't quite hit 6 feet. I think she's like 5'10", 9, something like that.
Look that up, Tyrone. But I'm saying, look at the body on that woman. Look at her face. Ain't no wrinkle in that motherfucker at all. Fine as hell. Fine black
woman. Look at that big old butt.
Well, see, and Howard, that's exactly why they're attacking her, because her natural features are natural, and you can see that she's 62. Exactly. She's 62, but you can't do nothing about that. That's her natural feature. So they have to say that she was a.
Did you say she's 6'2"?
62.
No, how tall?
Oh. Well, okay, I'm looking it up now. But they have to attack her natural features by calling her a man and all that kind of bullshit, because they can't do nothing about it.
But
how tall is she? Because I thought some of the things you read,
she's 5'11".
She's 5'11". God damn, she tall.
Yeah, she's not quite 6 feet.
She's
tall.
Just under 6 feet. There ain't many women that tall.
Well, you know what we used to call them back in the day?
I said there's not many.
You know what us street brothers used to call that back in the day? Barack hooked him up a staff. He got a goddamn
Her shoulders are broader than her hips. She's a mesomorph.
Okay, I ain't finna do that, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm not doing that with Michelle. So
don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, measure her shoulders and measure her hips.
I'm not doing that, sorry. Are you deaf? I'm serious, man. I'm not doing that.
It's not an opinion.
I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. If you want to talk about somebody, talk about that whore of first lady that we have. You talk about that bitch. Don't be talking about no damn Michelle. I'm not doing that.
Potential, I give it to you, and then you say I can't say it.
Well, I'm not. No, you're not talking about Michelle like that. I'm not doing that.
And Melania Trump is 5'11" as well. And let's go do this. Let's go do this.
Is that right? Hey, I was going to give a host of reasons other than her height.
Oh, well, we're not going to do that. Let's go do that. Let's go do that, sorry, because that kind of stuff and that kind of talk, that goes way back from white men and stuff when they used to say that black women were like men and they were manly. And hold on, allow me to finish. Please allow me to finish. And that type of shit hurts my feelings. Because I'm not a tall woman. I'm 5. Allow me to finish. I'm 5'4", and I'm all female. I remember when I was 18 years old, I was in the library, and a white man walked up and said, "Excuse me, sir, this, that." And that hurt my feelings. And to hear that type of talk on here tonight, that hurt my feelings. You're full of shit, Sarge. Don't do that. Be better than that.
Subordinate facts to feelings.
Be better than that.
That's what you're literally telling me. We have to subordinate facts to feelings.
Let me say this.
No, because it's not that.
Yeah, you just said so. You said it hurts your feelings. I can't talk about it. You just said
I know where you got. I know where you got that bullshit from, and it hurts my feelings. It hurts my feelings to hear that on here tonight.
I got a computer
What are you saying, Mark?
What are you saying? Her shoulders and her waist.
Sister Lisa, the facts are.
That is a matter of fact. It's not an opinion.
You are not a damn woman. Those are the facts. I don't know what the fuck he talking
Yeah,
about.
man. I mean, I'm not talking. Like, I don't know. I'm the one that's saying I don't know if she's a woman or not. I'm not saying she isn't.
Crazy.
I'm describing her physically, and these characteristics are atypical of women.
They're not.
Well,
though.
let me describe her physically.
What does feelings have to do with that?
Let me describe her physically, Sister Elisa. She is tall. She is proportional. And I'm going to say this, and Sister Elisa, you might want to close your ears. She got a hell of a shape and a nice ass. And she wore some of them dresses. Her body was banging. I'm not going to lie. Goddamn Michelle body banging. And they did not like that. She is the picturesque. She's the picturesque thought of a black woman when you see her on that level. Every nigga like, damn, like on Friday, damn. All of us looked at her like, damn. And them white folk didn't like that. They had to come up with some shit like, she a man. No, man. That's every nigga. That's my mama, my grandmama, my great-grandma. That's all them. They look like that. That's that black woman in the kitchen, cooking on the holiday. And Uncle Obama sitting over there just smiling like a motherfucker because he know when he get y'all asses out the house, it's on tonight. I'm saying, come on, y'all. This ain't no comparison. It ain't no comparison. You look at the videos of them frail ass, old looking ass white bitches, and you look at this one, ain't no goddamn comparison. But these white folk and white folk lights had to come up with the bullshit. Michelle Obama fine as hell. Now, I'm a short king. You know, I'm 5'9" on a good tape. I'm a short king. I would never have a chance with a 5'11" stallion like that. Fine, the motherfucker done been educated, running goddamn hospitals, doing her goddamn thing. That also make some niggas mad and shit. Nigga, you wouldn't have a shot at that, nigga.
Well, Howard, you can compliment our first lady without sounding damn sexual all the goddamn time. What is wrong with you?
Well, I'm sorry. She's fine, Tyrone. I had to put it. I wanted to put it in that way because that's what it is. That's how they look at it.
So your lustful descriptions are okay, but my clinical examination is not.
Okay, we're not going to do that, man. Hey, who's this unknown caller?
Hey, what's happening, Tyrone? I just wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
You ever heard of that term? What's that? Truth doesn't fear inquiry.
White boy.
Do what now?
You ever heard the term truth doesn't fear inquiry?
Okay, I hear it, but I don't think I ever heard of the term. What's your problem? What's your point? I mean to say.
Well, my question to you is, why do you have any fear of somebody asking some questions?
I don't have any fear. I don't have fear. Hold on. I don't have fear.
To the point.
Go ahead.
Well, I'll make it clear. So this thing about, I heard you talking to, what's his name, Sarge, about Michelle Obama stuff. And I don't give a shit about that stuff. I don't really care about it. But, you asked him why he think the way he did or something. And then as soon as he started talking, you cut him off. So You know, we sure she's a woman.
God, this
so
nigga
we
want to
sure
give,
she's a woman.
you want to give respect to what Sarge saying, and she may be. This is great.
Hold on, Howard. Let me hear him out, man.
Great.
Go ahead.
All right, so he was giving you the reasons I think he said that he didn't know or something if she was a woman. You know, the truth don't change, man. It ain't, you know, he can't say nothing that can make it be like she's a woman if she ain't, I mean, to make it be like she's a man if she ain't a man. So what do you give a shit what he's saying about it? And my point is you wouldn't even let him get it out to say what the reasons was. And I ain't down with all that stuff. I ain't really about that whole subject. I think it's all bullshit and stupid, but you know.
All right, I understand. I understand you sitting on the outside listening, but I didn't ask him the damn thing about Michelle Obama being a man. I think the conversation was about Michelle Obama being a man, but I know that he would have started trying to describe her with her fingers and her waist and her crouch and all that kind of stuff, and that's disrespect. all that's disrespectful. So I didn't want to hear it. It's not about the truth being said or don't be afraid of the truth or whatever the hell you said. I don't want to disrespect Michelle Obama with a conversation like that. That's what's going on.
And I hear what you're saying, but when it first came up, you asked him, so why do you say that? You said, hey, hold on, wait a minute. You started off wrong. You said that you don't know or something like that. You went at him like that.
No, that ain't what happened. Sarge said, I can explain if you allow me to. And then he started explaining, and I said, well, you fucked up because we ain't starting there. That's what he said.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And Tyrone,
You mind telling me how that's different from anything he just said?
Can I ask you a question?
Man, you don't even understand what language means.
hold on, Sarge. There's somebody else on the line talking. Who was that talking?
ABC, do you feel the same way Sarge do about Michelle?
I don't.
Just because
I don't give.
wife? I ain't about to ask you what you give. You're here in the conversation, so I'm asking you a question. You care about the money yourself.
This is why I don't talk to this lady. This is why I don't talk to this lady. She's the nut job.
That played tennis. She was a man too, and she done had 2 babies.
Wait a minute, hold on, ABC. Do you think Michelle is a man too?
Yes, she does. That's why you ain't here with that face test.
Huh?
I don't give a shit.
I'm not going to describe anything about the way she looks. Let me just say this, okay? This is not a description of Michelle Obama. I don't know if nothing I have said is proof that she's actually a man. I have noted physical anomalies that are not consistent with the
Okay, so
physique of a woman.
you trying to slide it in there. Listen, I don't give a fuck. You just trying to slide it in there. I don't want to hear none of that shit what you said. Sarge, I'm not going to allow you to say it. I'm not going to allow you to say it. I'm not gonna allow you to say it. I don't care. Sarge.
You want to give her a chromosome?
God damn. Okay. Yeah, and I don't want to hear it. But ABC, do you think Michelle Obama's a man too?
Hey, can you call into my show and we can talk because I can't talk with these people on here. Listen.
Well,
to this.
then I'll keep talking, nigga. Then hang up, nigga.
We waiting.
Fuck you, nigga. You ain't
Okay, slow down now, Howard. ABC.
Only a chromosome test knows for sure.
Howard, I'm gonna say, Sarge, if you keep trying to, I'm gonna tell you, if you keep trying to describe Michelle Obama as a man, I'm gonna hang up on you. I'm telling you.
I didn't say that. I just said the truth.
I'm telling you what I'm going to do. I don't warn you more than one.
That goes for you and me.
I done told you now.
ABC gonna tell you what you should have done. Can he give us an answer? We would like to know. Inquiring minds want to know. So I'm
not talking to you, lady. Stop talking to me.
I know I can't talk to you neither, boy.
Uh-oh. But do you think she's a man, ABC?
She's a man of a child to be as old as you are.
I can't hear you because somebody.
I said, do you have that same thought like everybody else was having that Michelle Obama was a man?
See, I can't call your show because you're gonna put people on mute just to be silly and laughing. I'm a serious
Hey, call
person.
into my show on Saturday.
I'm not talking
be
to
my
you.
guest. Ain't nobody talking to you, lady. I'm talking to Tyrone.
Get your ass up out of here. Get your ass up out of here.
Be my guest. Be my guest.
Get your ass up out of here.
So we can have a conversation.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
get
Y'all
your
are
ass
crazy.
up out of here. Ain't no need. We already heard you. Get your ass up out of here.
What the hell wrong with you? You can't let ABC talk.
He's infatuated, man. That nigga is a fag. He's infatuated.
Okay, we ain't gonna be saying that on here
Y'all
either.
niggas in a cult. Y'all niggas are cult niggas.
Oh Lord, Jesus. We ain't gonna be saying that. Oh, Lisa hung up. Good night, sis. I ain't know when she left.
Saturday. Y'all niggas in a cult, for sure, in a cult. I'm a Michelle Obama.
Sarge, you ain't finna switch that cult. You ain't finna switch that
Y'all
cult shit around, Sarge. You ain't finna switch that around.
Push it over there on ABC. He needs somebody to call him.
Y'all in the Michelle Obama cult.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What is he talking about, Tyrone? Is this a real conversation? What the fuck is he talking about?
You don't know.
Lord.
He just heard it and he trying to spread it. Now ABC, I'm still.
Well, you know what, Sarge? If you want to call me and Michelle,
Thou shalt not question. Cult.
if you want to call me in a Michelle Obama cult, I'll be in a Michelle Obama cult. I'll be in her cult.
That's right, with dignity.
Okay, thank you for your honesty, sir. That's all I needed to hear. I'm through talking about it now.
She brings out everything you hate, and she's not wearing coochie cutters.
I said I'm through talking about it now. Be my guest and grab along to your heart's content. I finally got the admission I was looking for.
Hey, Tyrone, did May say coochie cutters? Did you say that?
Yeah, that's what he talk about all the time. Those are the kind of women he hates to see in clothes. What do you think about Michelle? Since you pretend you don't care, we know.
I got nothing more to say about it. All I want was that admission. It doesn't matter what I say. You're in a cult.
Tyrone.
Huh?
It's midnight. You go off at 12 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
12 o'clock.
She's telling you to get off your show. She's telling you to get off your show.
ABC. 12 o'clock is Friday morning. It's Sunday morning. So your show should go off at 12 o'clock. Understand? Sunday morning, not Saturday night. You should be off at 12 o'clock because it's Sunday morning.
It goes off when I say it goes off, dummy.
So you get out
it goes off when I say it goes off,
lady.
lady.
At 12 o'clock,
Hey,
so we
let
can
her
be off.
talk, fuck nigga.
Okay, y'all getting a little crazy now. Y'all calm down for a
All
second.
them unnecessary videos about people that we don't even care nothing about.
Who's this unknown caller?
Yeah, hey, Tyrone. You know, this idea that these questions are honest inquiries is bullshit. This should be like me calling and saying, "Well, is Donald Trump really a man? We don't really know. Is there been any proof? Has anybody ever definitively said he's a man?"
His hands are small. His hands are very small.
Yeah, that's Sarge trying to get it in there when he answer like that.
Yeah, they're distractions, man.
Yeah, distractions.
Yeah, so they're not
You
honest
didn't hear me when I said the only way to tell for sure for anyone is a chromosome. That's you, me, anybody. I mean, you can look like a man and not be one.
No,
you
that
can
is
look like a
not.
woman and not be
You
one.
steady
The only way to
trying.
know,
You steady
unless
trying.
you do a biological examination,
You
is with
steady
a
trying.
chromosome test. There is really no other way to be absolutely
more
certain.
valid, you know, to make it more valid, that would be like. That would be like me
You're going to ignore what I just said.
Is Donald
The
Trump
only way to know for
is
sure a person you have no knowledge of is a chromosome test. That includes you, Joe. That includes me. That includes Tyrone.
I'm going to tell you something, sorry. Michelle will not pull her clothes off so you can see if she's a woman or a man. She's only got it for one person.
I said you don't need that for a chromosome test, idiot.
Because
all you need is just saliva.
With a woman.
Is Donald
you big boof.
Is Donald Trump a man, Sarge?
He looks like one to me, but I don't know. He hasn't had a chromosome test I've seen.
So you don't know if Donald Trump is a man?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure. I believe he is. You believe Michelle Obama's a woman.
Well, let me ask you this. Hold on. Okay. Since you don't
know for sure. Given the
let me ask you.
I see on her that you won't allow me to discuss.
Are you a man?
Yes, I am, but you don't have to believe
Well,
me.
no. Have you had a chromosome test?
If you want to believe I'm a bitch, be my guest.
Have you have a chromosome test?
I really don't care because I know I'm a man. In fact, I'm a man and a half, nigga.
So have you had a chromosome? Have you had a chromosome? Have you had a?
It doesn't mean whether you believe I'm a man or not. I know what I am, and I'm confident.
Have you had a chromosome?
My manhood.
Have you had a chromosome test? God damn it! Shut up! I'm trying to ask you a question.
I don't know if you're a man because I haven't seen the chromosome test. I'm a sir Tyrone. You know you're right.
Have you had a chromosome test, Sarge?
Yes.
You have had a chromosome. Stop lying.
Yeah, when I had my DNA test, nigga, they just vote.
So now you letting us know that you walk around.
I've also fathered children, and I've had a chromosome and a DNA test.
Your ass lying. You
Yeah,
letting us
like
walk
them
around.
Benoit
You
balls
walking
in
around.
your
You
ass.
letting us
Don't
know you
forget
walking
that.
around not
You
knowing
had
whether or
them
not you a
Benoit
man or
balls
not.
in your ass
No,
too. Don't
Negro,
forget
what
that.
did I just say? Why don't you fucking listen to what I say? I said you cannot be sure that I am a man. I say I'm a man. You probably thought I've been a man all along, but you don't know. You haven't seen my chromosome
Yeah,
test. I could be a woman who just seems to be like a man.
I
You
was
don't know.
questioning
You
if you had
would
them
say,
Benoit balls
Josh,
in your ass.
I don't know if you're a man. I would say, well, you're right. You don't know. But I don't give a fuck if you do or not. I know I'm a man. That's all that counts.
Do men put Benoit balls in their ass?
Okay, Howard.
Some of them do, nigga. What
I
do you
don't want to talk
kidding,
about
your mouth?
Sarge's ass, man.
But
could you ask because he knows he can't argue with what I just said. So he has to change the subject. I so easy beating you niggas' ass in a debate. I could literally do it in my sleep.
Not a debate, just a conversation. You in La La Land. But we want ABC to answer. What do he
Some
think?
of us do not know how to argue because you're cultists.
No matter, you the coach. You weren't following people. You wanted to be a part of ICE. You wanted to be a part of all these different things. I
still want to be a part of ICE. I hope they call me. Because I'm be locking up motherfuckers right and left.
It's about all.
I know a whole bunch of them around here where I live. I know they're illegal aliens.
Well, you will pass the age limit, bro. You ain't getting called.
No, I'm not. I'm not past the age limit, but I don't think they're going to call me because of my age, even though technically I did it wrong.
Sarge, let me ask you this, Sarge.
To get in. I passed the PT test. I know I can pass it. I do it every week.
Sarge, let me ask you this. Sarge, let me ask you this. How old were you when you took your chromosome test?
What, do you think it's changed? Think I metamorphosed into a woman or
No,
something?
I'm trying to figure out when did you realize you was a man? How old were you?
I realized I was a man the moment I got my first hard on, nigga, and that was when I was about 12 or 11.
You said you don't know if you're a man till you take your chromosome
I didn't
test.
say that, nigga. I said you don't know if I'm a man. Why the fuck don't you listen to me?
So when did you?
You can't know.
When did you take your chromosome test?
I know I'm a man, motherfucker.
How do you know if you're a man?
half.
How you know if you're a man if you took your chromosome
You're
test?
so damn stupid with the wax in your ears.
I'm just trying to. I'm asking a simple question. When did you take your chromosome?
That's the right question because you didn't answer right. I never said you. I know I'm not. I didn't know I was a man. I said you can't know.
Well, did you? Okay. I asked it this way. Did you know you was a
All
man?
you know is what I tell you.
Did you know you was a man before? Did you know you were a man before or after you took your chromosome test?
Oh, infinitely before.
How did you know if you didn't take a chromosome test?
I didn't need a chromosome. I didn't know shit about chromosomes back then, nigga. I got a hard dick, run around having wet dreams.
So
that
you
was good enough for me.
You can
I
identify.
was an adolescent with a hard ass dick running
Everybody
around without even thinking about women. I get a spontaneous hard on, and I have nocturnal emissions. That's when I knew I was a man, because that's what they told me in school.
So they told you in
on the
school.
way to manhood.
So you can
I don't
identify.
need no chromosome test. You're the one that's insecure, nigga, not me. I told you, I'm a man and a motherfucking half.
So you can identify. You can identify a man and a woman
If
without.
you want to tell me, Sarge, I don't really know if you're a man. I haven't seen the chromosome test.
He won't let me talk.
You can't know, but you better believe Sarge knows.
Okay, so you can identify a man and a woman without a chromosome test, then, can't you?
That's not what I said, nigga. I said
That
you
is what
don't
you
know.
said. You said you
The
knew.
nigga, Tyrone. I'm talking about the nigga Tyrone doesn't know.
You said you knew you was a man before you took your chromosome
Listen to
test.
what I said again, because that's where you can't get it right because you're stupid or something.
You said you knew you was a
Let me say
man
what I
before
said
you
again.
took your chromosome
I
test.
said you cannot know for sure that I'm a man. I could be lying to you, couldn't I? You do. You always
Okay.
call me a liar.
Okay,
You
this
always say
ain't
I'm a
going nowhere.
liar. So how do you know I'm not lying when I tell you a man? You're right. So he said, Sarge, I don't know if you're a man. I haven't seen the chromosome test. I said, okay, Tyrone. Probably, you know something? You got a point there.
Okay,
But
so
I don't give a
let's
fuck if you do or not.
let's stop putting.
That's Sarge accepting that he don't mind inquiry. He said you can say.
No, he does mind inquiry because he's not letting me fucking talk. You heard me say one goddamn word. He always cutting me off.
Yeah, you already said it 10 times.
He always cut me off. He won't let me talk.
He said if you call him, he said
Your
if
ass,
you say
fuck
girl,
up out of here. Fuck you, nigga. Get your ass the fuck up out of here, bitch.
Okay,
nigga.
how I ain't finna do that. I'm getting ready to get off here. I ain't finna listen to all this.
Tyrone, we want to ask ABC. Maybe he'll give it to us Saturday night. Stop playing on them stupid tapes he be playing.
Tell that crazy
At
lady
12
to
o'clock
leave me
is
alone. I'm not
is
talking
on
about
Saturday
Fuck
night.
you, nigga.
On Sunday.
Go ahead on
Get
and go ahead on and end it, Tyrone. Fuck this nigga.
All right, YouTube gonna get ready to hang up. And we did discover Sarge didn't find out he was a man till he was a little older in life when he took his chromosome test. So, so y'all can call in YouTube. I'm gonna open the lines.